Hello and welcome to Boarding Party's D&D campaign. Featuring Bentley Woods, CJ, D. Blackwater, Milo Reuter, and Phoebe Wilhine. I'm Drew, the Game Master for the Laris region. Eager to hit the Green Gate Gym for information and training, most of our heroes regroup as Bentley sets off alone on a dangerous endeavor. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to session 117. We rejoin 4 of our tatery tots inside Wilhelm Manor, having just discussed a book bound in flesh.
Leather.
Flesh leather. Fleather. It's a bit creepy. Bentley has just been returned to the land of the living from the book. There is an inscription currently carved in one of the pages of the book that is still open. If anybody would like to attempt to read it, you may. It is not written in the common tongue.
I'm good.
I'll attempt to read it.
Okay. You have no issue reading it, for it reads Infernal Scarring. Bentley, as you return from this book, you have, rather regrettably, paper cuts between all of your fingers and toes.
Ow.
And you have a long scar up both of your arms that starts at the base of the wrist and ends at the elbow.
Ow.
Whoa.
Until your next long rest, you are vulnerable to slashing damage. And if a creature within 10 feet of you would drop to 0 hit points or less, they are dropped to 1 instead, and you take the excess damage.
Wow.
Good thing
If
I'm
you
about to long rest right now.
Your next one, not this one.
Ah.
If you survive the excess damage, you grant an ally that amount of bonus damage as fire damage on their next attack. As the book chooses you, and chooses a boon to offer you, it slams shut and crawls its way on little tiny fingies
Ew.
over to your backpack, unzips, and crawls inside.
Now it's got fingers.
That's disgusting.
Didn't need to see that.
No. But you have.
I'm gonna throw her up in the corner.
Okay.
Blech.
That's fair.
Blech.
Pontiki stops eating bananas entirely.
I don't know if I'll ever eat again.
That's fair. Totally fair.
Gross. All right, I feel like I'm going to try and sleep this off. This is all super weird.
I don't think you can sleep it off, but go for it, man.
All right. Bentley will make his way to his room and just put his pack with the book in a corner.
Very good. All right. The remaining 3 tots. Is there anything you'd like to handle before the morning time? Anything you'd like to do?
My God.
Not really.
Okay.
I mean,
Mila, you got something?
Yeah, I'm just giving Tia the
Okay.
opportunity here. Are you...
no.
You want to mull it over for a
Yeah,
minute?
yeah.
Okay. Mila, what are you handling?
I'm gonna go in my room.
Sure.
I'm gonna let my team, they're kind of hanging out in the area, and I'm gonna ask for Wadsworth and Alnamir's audience.
Okay. You will have it.
Tell Monty to train the group, maybe work with Boomer since he's newer in the crew,
Okay.
and I gotta go over here.
Okay. I imagine in that moment, Monty just challenges Boomer to a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, as those two immediately just begin sparring, as we now know, Boomer's quite a tank.
Mm-hmm.
We'll deal with that in a bit.
Okay.
We'll figure some things out.
Sure.
What did you want to discuss with Wadsworth and or Aldemir?
Nothing like, I'm not going to draw it out, but basically everything that just happened, he's really nervous about it and just kind of talking out loud and they're listening and just kicking around some idea balls for what's to come and sweating it out. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Did you want to handle the Boomer Monty Enclave?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Let's do... Here's what I would love. I would love for somebody to be Monty and somebody to be Boomer.
Okay.
I don't care who's who. You can pick if you want. Doesn't matter. Anybody can roll for it, or if we have a volunteer.
If anyone wants
I'll
to.
do Boomer.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Boom away.
Monty?
Huh?
So,
You want to do it?
No, you can do it.
okay.
You can if you want.
You will be Monty? Okay. Alright. So, rather than a long drawn out initiative,
Sure.
similar to the last time,
Sure.
I would love to see creative rollies.
Okay.
Don't want you guys to do rollies. Roll any die.
Rollies
Just roll the same die as I throw my die away.
into the abyss.
Yep. Roll any matching dice. Whoever rolls higher wins that round. I want a best of 5.
What one do you
Best
think?
of 5.
Who's picking or who's rolling?
You are.
Both of
You and me.
Oh,
Okay,
so
you're
playing rolls.
Okay, which one do you want?
What one are you feeling?
I feel like the D8's on my name.
The D8?
All right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Rollies with D8s.
Okay.
First round, go.
3.
2.
All right.
Wow.
Boomer, how does round 1 go? Monty, how do you fail?
Sure.
Tell me that first. And then Boomer, what do you do
I
with
would
this?
say Monty just goes in pretty direct, thinking it's a new team member.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just going to bop him on the head.
'Kay.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and as Monty comes in, he'll just kind of stick out his wings and then just kind of use the force of it to kind of like push him back and create this kind of like wall for him.
Very good. Round 1 goes to Boomer. Rollies again.
You want to do D8 again, or do you want to do a
Yeah,
different
let's
one?
do it.
Okay, here we go.
7.
7.
Round 2 is a tie. What does this look like, gentlemen?
I think that Monty would use the force pushed back to try to swing around and maybe hit him from the side because the front wasn't the best approach.
Okay.
And you can retort or I can continue.
Yeah, as you're kind of coming in, he'll try to head at you, almost like head on, as you're kind of coming in, but he'll kind of miss and just barrel roll kind of around.
Love it.
Which one's Boomer?
The Trumbeak.
Rumbeak.
All right. Round 3, gentlemen.
Hoo-yah! 6.
3.
Uh-oh, Monty.
Yeah.
Not looking good.
Yeah.
All right. At this point, the best Monty can do is tie. So, Monty, what's in your mind right now? What's going on? Why are these failures so prominent?
This new recruit seems to have a little bit more street smarts than the new recruits he's dealt with of late. And he's getting really agitated that he can't even get a hit in.
That's fair.
And it's kind of knocking him down a couple pegs, and he's not a fan of that.
You're getting humbled.
Yep.
That's fair. All right. Well, as you slip up, Boomer, how do you punish? Or do you?
Spanking.
He's gonna kind of, seeing as this small black bird is getting annoyed, he's gonna kind of taunt a little bit and do like the caca doot doot, but like
Hit it with a caca doot doot.
yeah, but kind of like, you know, like with his head like clearly
powerful
can't
doot
do
doot.
anything.
Okay. For potentially the last round. Once more, gentlemen. Oh.
3.
8.
Okay.
Wow.
Monty, you see
Do
this
not taunt
caca
Monty.
doot doot.
No.
Boomer, as you're strutting a little bit, hit him with the caca doot doot side to side. Monty, how do you punish?
He would go in for a stun
Beautiful.
so that he could do a mega hit the next turn.
Okay. Well, let's see if the stun lands by doing one final bout of rollies.
Okay.
I would love to see a tie here.
7.
7.
Oh my god.
All right.
What
As you
is
go in
happening?
for a stun, it can't end 2-1 with 2 draws. The stun lands, but Monty, you fail to get through Boomer's incredibly thick beak. As you're on the struggle bus to Pain Town, once more, gentlemen, come on. Somebody bring it home. Or claim a lead.
3.
2.
Oh, all right. Boomer, how do you shut this
You
down?
won 2 with 3s.
I know.
Unbelievable, gentlemen.
Yeah, as Monty kind of comes in, just breakneck speed, he lets out one more little doot, and then just with the beak just slams him.
All right. Monty, you get thoroughly humbled by your newest recruit.
He does.
It's alarming.
Mm-hmm.
Your last bout with Bullet went much better for you.
It's true.
And you're like, okay, new recruit, let me show you how it's done. Let me body you. Didn't work. Not so good. As Boomer, without even really harming you, it's almost worse because you're not damaged at all during this fight, other than what you do to yourself.
Basically kept his hand out and I was
Yeah.
punching air. Yeah.
You got humbled.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yep.
We'll figure out how that affects Monty's mood later.
I have
Unless
an
you
answer
have
for
an
you right
idea.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna in the moment be like, you've trained enough today. We'll do more tomorrow. And he's gonna go pick on the smaller birds.
Wow.
Oh,
Titania and Shimmer.
Rude.
sad.
Yep.
Okay.
A sore loser.
Yeah. Titania probably thinks it's play fighting. Monty is
She's into
genuinely
it.
trying to harm her. And Shimmer's too fast. Shimmer with the teleports,
Can't
not a
even
lot
catch
can
him.
get done. Yeah. All of this to say, one last check-in. Phoebe, you doing anything?
You stormed out of the mansion, correct?
I'm not there tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you were in the mansion.
Before,
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we witnessed.
But left in the
He
middle of
stormed
that.
out before I anamorphed.
Right after that discussion, Dee was like, I'm out. I'm not dealing
yeah.
with this.
Okay.
Right after that reveal.
Okay. But in your house, and then you left.
I was in my house.
Okay.
I don't think we would know that though. We just think.
Yeah, yeah. We just think he's in his house.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You just left the manor.
Yeah.
And then you went to your room,
Yeah.
and Bentley went to his room.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you in the hall still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't till this.
I was like in the kitchen, about to leave the kitchen.
You're
Yeah.
in the kitchen.
Yeah.
without permission.
How'd
He
you?
was in the kitchen with
What?
I'm
onions.
like always in the kitchen.
With Arjan.
That's
Is this
fair.
weird to you?
No, but
This is like all I do.
This going
Okay,
for a bit.
it's not weird.
This is my
but-
this is my character trait. I eat food.
That's what I do.
I'm hungry. Always hungry.
Hey CJ, I'm gonna go try to find D.
I think it's too late.
Wait, you're gonna leave?
What do you mean
I
it's
don't-
too late?
Can you leave now?
Yeah.
It's not too late.
Didn't the door close already?
It did, yeah.
I can't leave.
You would have to drop the entire manor.
Get out, bitches. I'm just kidding. Fine.
Yeah.
Fine, I won't.
Shit, yo.
But I'm a little like, where'd he go?
Because, I mean, the discussion with everything that was going on took up most of your time.
Yeah, yeah.
And Dee saw his chance to be like, you know what?
To get out
I don't feel
before-
safe here tonight. I'm going to go.
Okay.
I'll take my chance with the demons outside.
Well, in your house is what we
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Better the
Fine.
demons outside my house than the one inside
I
my
won't
mansion.
kick everybody out. Fine.
Okay.
I bet, like, to give you peace of mind, as Milo walks away, I just go to the kitchen
Okay.
to go eat. So, yeah.
Okay.
Stressy.
Well, okay, I can't leave the manor. I
Give me
want
this.
What is?
It was just so epic.
Yeah, that was the battle music. And I was like, I need something a little more chill.
All right. Well, I'll come to the kitchen then.
Okay.
What is going on?
Bentley's a demon?
Yeah.
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 Why?
Why not at this point?
Well, yeah, but I feel like, yeah, I shouldn't be surprised
Just,
by
you know.
anything, but I am.
Milo's a realm walker. Bentley's a demon.
What are you?
I'm not anything anymore. I feel kind of sad about it.
Normal boy?
Yeah.
Mm,
Pretty boring now.
that's,
I used to have cool
Not
glowing
true.
eyes and shit.
yeah.
Used to be able to control ghosts, and I can't do anything. I mean, I have cool stuff.
Yeah. You have like 1,000 knives and 20 guns.
I got
and...
cool stuff. I got cool Pokemon.
Yeah.
I got cool friends.
Thank
but
you.
I'm not that cool.
That's not true. I think you're cool, CJ.
Thanks for you.
You're welcome. I honestly don't know how to feel about it.
I feel like we're gonna die if we don't kill these moon things
Yeah.
anyway, and
That's
Demon
gonna
Bentley's like, I'm gonna kill some moon things, and
Gonna help out.
Psychic Milo's like, I'm gonna kill some moon things, and D's like, I'm gonna kill some moon things. So I think we just gotta kill moon things until that's over, and then we can try and figure it out. Maybe they'll all just leave after we kill all the moon stuff. Everybody seems like they're on the same page. We gotta kill the moon,
You know what? I'm just gonna go with that.
right?
'Cause
Like, I mean,
I
do
think-
you have another option?
No.
Okay.
I think the moon things. And then I guess go from there.
Cool. So in times like this, I like to cope by,
Eating?
well, yeah, I just do that all the time, but yeah. What I was gonna say is build a roller coaster.
Okay.
I was gonna go build a roller coaster.
Okay.
If
You mean imagine one?
Yeah,
Okay.
but not just like immediately. It's there.
Oh, you want to like
I wanna,
build
like-
it?
Yeah, I want to like
Like-
imagine
So
that I'm
you're
building
gonna
it.
spend the whole night building this?
No, it's gonna take like probably an hour to build it,
Okay.
and then I'll just ride it until I get sick enough to fall asleep.
Cool.
For my headcanon, do the pieces just float into place, or are there a bunch of like CJ Meeseeks that do labor?
I like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
option
Oh, yeah.
more. But they probably don't look like me.
Mm.
They probably look like
Like a buffer you, a skinnier you, like just different variations of you.
Multiversal CJs.
All potential iterations of
Yeah.
CJ.
I like it. That's what we're
Building.
doing.
One
that's
that's
what
a
we're doing.
floating
That's what we're
ghost.
Yep.
Just a ghost.
Safety
Exactly.
inspector
There's
CJ.
ghost Pokemon. There's weird Pikachu look-alike Pokemon that's CJ. You know, just
Like I'm pretty sure this is a Pokemon who just imagines it.
CJ with 11 fingers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just me as different types of Pokemon,
Okay,
helping
cool.
me build the roller coaster.
Thank you for answering.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Are you telling me you're gonna go do that? And then
Oh yeah, definitely. I
Okay.
mean, you can absolutely come if you want.
You know what? I might pop in. I'm gonna go to my room real quick.
Okay.
So I'll see
Cool.
you over there in a
Sounds
few.
good. See you later.
Bye. I'm gonna go to my room.
Okay. You leave CJ to play Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just making the noise effects.
Making money.
Yeah.
Making money over here.
You gotta have it.
He's got like a finance guy doing fake accounting for his fake theme park.
Just like one of those fucking
Big safety inspector.
It
That looks
costs-
good.
flying
It
everywhere.
costs
Degree
$700
visor.
to come into my theme park, but everyone pays it that comes here.
It's crazy.
Because
It's
the
a
union
one
busting
busting
part
CJ who
that's
just
ever
yells
So it's
all over the
Disneyland.
work.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right, Phoebes. What are you handling?
I'm gonna imagine the not imagine, but the scribe ball that I got, the little history
Yeah.
thing. Can I move it to my room?
Yeah.
So it's not like just in the foyer.
Mhm.
Do I know how to use this? Just off the top of my head?
Yep.
Okay.
You just have to make an Arcana check,
Yeah.
and the DC depends on where you want to look and when.
Okay.
The further back in time it is, and the more well-known and well-informed you are on like the date that it would have been, the lower the DC. Because the more familiar you are with that time period, the easier it is for you to focus.
Okay.
But if you're like, I want to look at a place I've never been on a day I don't know about, the DC is going to be super high because trying to focus all of that information down,
right.
the more specific you can get with it,
Okay.
the easier it'll be for you to do.
So I have to give you a specific date?
No. Just because
Oh.
I don't even know those. But
Okay.
if you're like, I want to look at this point in time that I read about in this book or whatever, I want to do this,
Okay.
that will set the DC lower. But if you're like, I want to look at this thing that we've heard about, the DC is
Yeah.
going to be like 30.
Yeah.
Right.
Or I think to phrase it differently, it'd be like, I want to see what Etiolo was like 40 years ago. You don't have any context of what that was. So
Yeah.
that's really difficult.
Yeah.
But if you're like, I want to see when this event happened that I know about.
Right.
To make it even easier,
Yeah.
I want to see the day that I'm familiar with that the blimp crashed in Xantha.
Mm-hmm.
Show me that. You're familiar with that event. You witnessed it from afar.
Right. But
You
I just
want a
have to
different
know about it.
perspective.
I don't have to have been there.
You do not have to have been there. It can
It's-
go back as far as you want. I'm just telling you, like,
Unless you're-
basically, the more vague and nondescript it is, the harder it's going to be for you to get.
Okay. So I would like to try to look at because we know about the War of the Architects, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that still too broad? If I
That
look
is
at
that is a 300-year war. You would have to kind of
Sounds
determine like a snippet
okay,
that you would want.
yeah,
Look
okay.
nice.
I might have to then mull it over some more.
Yeah, you'd have to think about like a specific event during that war that you want to know more about.
Yeah.
Then I can help you. But if you're like, tell me about this 300-year war, I'm gonna bore everyone to death.
Battle of the Bastion.
Well, I didn't want like the whole
specifically.
thing. I specifically within like Green Gate,
Okay,
but is that still too?
that's a little
300 years of Green Gate.
Not 300 years, but I guess I want to kind of figure out when.
Because if
I
it
wanna go
helps you,
down.
the scry shows you about a minute
Yeah,
of time.
yeah.
So if you're like, show me Green Gate during the war, you might just end up with like,
A random.
okay, here's Green Gate from above during the war.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
You got it. So the more specific you can get, the better. But bear in mind, it does take multiple days to recharge the scrying orb.
Yeah.
So it's not the worst thing to put it off, maybe discuss with some people, see what you want to learn.
Yeah.
And you can also show it to people. You can project it while it's happening,
Oh, okay.
but it doesn't store anything. It's not like a computer. It's not going to save the file for you.
Where I can just like look at it later again.
It's going to be a one-time look.
Okay.
So
Okay.
just to throw that out there, because these are all things you will be familiar with.
Right. I'll wait.
But-
I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
Long story short, he's saying make it count.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I'm saying is make it count because it takes, and I'll pull it up on here real quick.
I want to see the Combi Honey Store earn their first $1.
Yeah. I want to see.
The first sale from three bees.
I want to see the birth of Blue.
The birth of Blue.
No.
It's beautiful.
And then
Okay, you did it. Yeah, yay.
No. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait then.
Okay, so nothing for now.
No.
You got it. All right. Well, as everybody heads off to Betty Bye,
Time for Telly bye bye.
time for Telly Bye Bye indeed. Mr. Woods, as you lay thee down to rest, no fun dreams await you.
cool.
Only the warm embrace of flesh-like pages of a book.
Yum.
And as you look down at yourself, you are, in this moment, a scar on one of the pages.
Weird.
You are in a two-dimensional space,
Okay.
bound within the pages of a book, confined in human skin. It's dark. You're
Is-
restrained.
Is Paper Mario here?
Paper Mario is not here.
Damn.
It is just you on this page, but you hear a cacophony around you of souls in torment. You can't make out the words, you just hear wailing of many, many different souls. In this darkness, the book opens up, and Helios is the one reading it. And he looks down upon you. Oh, Bentley. Bentley. I thought you wanted this power. You called out to me. I hate the moon-touched. I want them all dead. Power's in your hands. What are you going to do with it? You going to use it? Or are you going to run from it?
Is
Make your choice.
this a dream? Am I in a dream? Are you real?
That depends on what you tell me right now.
What?
Do you want the power to kill the moon-touched, or should I find someone else?
Well, yes, I want the moon touch gone, but you kind of freaking me out. I thought it was just I got the powers from this book, and now it's like you're putting me in the book.
You got the powers from me. I gave you the book to help you channel them.
Okay.
Not to read it to your friends, dear boy. It is not meant for mortal eyes. It's meant for yours.
So am I not mortal?
Not anymore. You have a choice to make, sir. You have a blade. A blade I told you you would receive. I made it happen. You have it in your hands. I'll make you a deal, Bentley. I want 10 moon touched. I'll give you a week.
Or what?
Or you'll never leave this book. I don't care where you find them. I don't care how you do it. I want 10 dead, not purified, not healed, dead. This is the deal we made.
Bentley's gonna try and, like, turn and run his way through the pages, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you impact the side of the page you're on. You're
Great.
a two-dimensional boy. Now I need some assurances, Bentley.
Can I try and, like, flip the page?
Give me a strength check.
Damn it. That's a 6.
Okay, the page starts to lift and then falls back down. I need an assurance, Bentley.
All right. It's not like I have any choice.
The things we discuss are for you to know, not your friends. And if you give in to that fear one more time, you'll never leave this book. Are we clear? Do you understand?
I understand.
Would you like to see what happened to the last one who ran away in fear?
No,
I'll show you.
But you're gonna show me anyway.
He props the book up and steps out of the way, and you see what can only be described as a puddle of flesh on the floor.
Good.
Face melted and distorted. Moaning, trying to make words, but there's no tongue
Love that.
in that mouth.
I love that.
Bentley, be stronger than your fear. Be strong. 10 moon touched. And one more thing. Don't go telling anyone about any of this. If you can't hold your tongue, I'll do it for you. And the book snaps shut and you awaken at 6 o'clock in the morning, covered in sweat. And that mask that's on your face is sort of ill-fitting.
I'll just push the mask back on and go and stand in front of my room's ocean, I guess, and just kind of like stare out and have Nepophis on my shoulder. Just kind of, we might be in some trouble, Nepophis.
No trouble. Only power. The power to destroy. Early awaits. Apophis, you have a new move.
Oh, good.
It's on your sheet.
Oh, good. Is it? Not on mine, but it's on a sheet.
It's on your sheet. Well, it should be.
I don't have the version of the thing.
We'll deal with it later. It's not important right now.
Okay.
As the rest of my tatery tots awaken, would anybody like to handle anything before it's morning time and the manor door opens?
Yeah.
I do.
Usual morning stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, D's just gonna kind of wake up, feeling good,
Yeah,
hanging out with he has his team out.
sure.
So Mute, Haka Star, Bio, and Doubloon.
Let's go, baby.
We're all just kind of hanging out, and he's just kind of waiting for that manor door to open. Trident sheathed. He's gonna make some breakfast for the squad for a job well done.
Little brekkie.
Yeah.
Okay, make a little brekkie for the team.
Yeah. Maybe have some combios.
Nice.
yuck.
Amazing.
Whole grain. All natural.
Any milk? Because you're vegan or vegetarian?
Vegetarian.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, there's milk.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
sweet milk.
Yeah, moo milk.
I didn't know if D was more like an almond or an oat milk.
He
kinda guy.
milks mute. He gets
Oh,
mute's
God.
milk.
Okay, that's not canon.
No.
Please, for the love of God, no.
No, it's happening.
No.
Come on.
But yeah, I'm in my
Funny
kitchen.
flavor.
I'm just hanging out around the table with everybody.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay. You're just chilling. Chilling with the squad.
Yes, sir.
In your casa?
Mm-hmm.
Amor? Okay.
All right. One last time, anybody in the manor doing anything before the door opens, or shall we jump to the living room of the Blackwater home?
Works for
Yep.
me.
Yep.
Very good. You all step out. You smell combios with moo milk. I'll allow it. Whole grain, all natural.
Mm-hmm.
Yum.
Just like Mama used to make it.
Oh
Out
snap!
of the
Can I
box.
get a bowl?
Oh, hey, buddy.
You see Haka dancing back and forth, swinging his arms.
All right. Look at that guy.
And
Full on arms?
Yeah, and he has, over the night, he has contracted a serious case of arm tats.
Nice.
And also
It's contagious.
little wrist leaves to match the ones on his feet.
Wow.
Is he evolved?
He is.
He is
Okay,
officially
nice.
evolved.
Probably horrible.
His eyes stick out of the top of his head.
Nice.
And he's got a long, thin mouth over this, like, that same sort of spiral pattern.
Nice.
I thought you were going to
And
say
he just goes,
mustache.
whoa!
Well done, Haka. Coming back from the moon with a vengeance, I see.
Nice.
Well done.
Looking
Strong
good.
lad.
Yeah. Looks like you had a busy night.
Very tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then around my neck, if Drew, you want to describe what it looks like.
You talking about your,
Yeah.
your earnings?
Yeah.
All right. D has around his neck a small black and silver talisman with 3 little gems inserted into it. One is green, one is yellow, one is red. It's got these little tree and leaf insignias on the outside of it, and it seems to just emanate a bit of natural power.
That's cool.
Strong
Was that
boy.
just like in your house?
Huh, no, I got it from Boyd.
Oh, you did the gym last night?
I did.
What?
He put me through the ringer.
Yeah. And you lost, and he gave you that necklace as a.
As a
As I'm so
Definitely
sorry,
not.
please try again later.
Definitely not. No, and
You
yeah,
won?
I did.
Dude.
I took him literally from start to finish. Every single person in that gym.
Wow.
Awesome. Well done.
Thank you.
He went ham.
It
He's
took
a battley boy.
4 or 5 hours probably, and I'm very tired. And Haka is very sore.
Dang.
Sick.
All right.
But yeah, I feel good.
Who leveled you?
Hard.
Damn. Let's go. Let's go.
So then, should we relax for a day then? Because I can do the gym and then.
If that's something that you want to do, I'm cool with
I mean-
postponing it. I know I kind of talked about you, Phoebe, to Boyd, and Boyd would like to meet you. He has something to talk about with you.
Oh.
I mentioned Sage and stuff like that, and how he kind of just went from small little onion thing to bigger.
Bigger on you.
Bigger
Yeah, and
rutabaga.
I know you're kind of like the
Rutabaga.
a botanist sort of kind
Yeah.
of person. So Boyd he said that he wanted to have a conversation with you. So
Cool. I mean, if it gives you time to recover and.
yeah, I mean, there was also like these creepy crawly skeleton things out and about the town.
In the gym? Oh, the
No,
town.
no. Yeah, I was kind of angry about the whole. I'm gonna actually look around for Bentley if I see him.
He's just standing in the back, kind of like staring at the ground, not really saying anything.
Upset about that situation. Decided to leave and go take on Boyd, but there was one of those things on my house.
So you left your house at night.
I did. I kind of got into my own head about some things and didn't think before leaving, and that was my mistake, but it is what it is. It turns out Boyd and one of his trainers are part of the Night Watch crew. And I helped him and the captain take out all these little bone skeleton creatures who almost stole some kids and nickets and stuff like that. So
Almost stole some kids?
yes.
So is it the things that are
Or
bumping the
rap
night?
tapping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a village close by of these things. I found this note, and I'll show him the note.
Yeah.
There's a village of them?
And I'll go to the thing where the note is. There's the note. All right.
So a threat is very real and
There's
not a
a-
made-up curfew.
Correct.
Yeah, the note in front of you says needed. More supplies and materials for sustaining the village. Bring to the church. No casualties this time. Grab what you can. Come straight back. And it's signed Horace.
Interesting.
What is that note about?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was attached to one of these creatures.
Oh.
And one of the ones that was stealing some kids, we killed it, and then it had this note when I was kind of ruffling through everything, making sure everyone was okay.
Did it have like pockets? I'm
A
confused.
skeleton with a note?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was like attached, or I don't know. He kind of blew up into pieces after I killed him.
Interesting.
All right.
Were they moon touched?
I don't acknowledge Bentley. So I did speak with Boyd though, and I'm guessing it has something to do with that gnarled staff or whatever that our friend has.
All in the mirror, yeah.
All in the mirror, yes. You know that they have like the other wizard dude who apparently has one of these.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
that's tied to it. My theory.
Interesting.
Maybe that's Horace.
As everybody's
Maybe.
listening to D, Bentley's just gonna sneak off and leave the house.
Okay.
Do you think that these like were people at one point?
Could be.
I don't know.
No, because all the bones seem to be made of
like
different
people?
portions and of different animals and creatures and humans. Like it was a mismatch of different things holding these creatures together.
So maybe someone was looking for supplies, got killed, his mishmash pieces had that note.
I don't know. I'm thinking that whatever, or this note resurrected these people somehow, maybe.
Magical note?
No, like they could have brought them back wherever this village is and then sent them off.
Have you ever heard of this village? Since you've lived here? No?
I asked Boyd, he has no idea. He says he doesn't know where it is.
Interesting. I wonder if we make our way north, if we'll come across it.
Maybe. But I told Boyd we would get that staff and that we would bring it back.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, he is aware of it too.
All right.
So,
Wasn't on my to-do list, but we can give it a shot.
Bring it back as in, like, to give it to someone else? Because, like, if we take that, that's ours.
don't know. I'm going to talk with him about it. But I don't know. I think he needs it for something. I'm unsure of what.
This staff from the wizard?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's aware of it because I think he had like a group of people go out at some point to like investigate some stuff.
Yeah.
And then I think somebody saw it and told him about it. So I have no idea. I have no reason to not believe him. I've known Boyd almost my entire life. I don't think he has any ill intention of it.
Okay, but are you saying that we're, like, running this errand for him now to go get him this staff?
It is on my to-do list. Mine, not your guys's. So whether you guys go with me or not, but I told him I would do whatever I can to assist him with this.
Okay.
All right. Interesting.
We can have this conversation with him if it makes you guys all feel better.
Yeah.
I mean, that's okay.
I'm just curious what it does and why he would use it.
Don't know.
No, I'm not saying you know. I'm just...
No, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, Phoebe, if you want to, we can go talk with him
Yeah.
if you want.
I mean-
I don't know if he's busy
Okay.
today, so I mean, we can go take a look-sees.
Let's do it.
How was last night?
Built a roller coaster.
Nice.
It's pretty sweet. Got sidetracked for a little while, but,
That's good.
you know, that was fun, too.
I'll look around and probably see that Bentley left at some point. Yeah. It got worse, dude.
Shocker.
I don't know.
I don't want him coming anywhere near me. I'm gonna be blunt with you guys about that. I don't want anything to do with that thing.
It's fair.
So,
Can't ask anyone to interact with a book made of human flesh that, by the way, transformed him into a literal demon with wings and stuff.
Oh, I was there for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
trust me, I saw
Yeah.
that. I don't know
Yeah, you did
after.
your trident thingy.
Yeah, after all that
Yeah.
stuff, I was out. Yeah, no, I'm not having any of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
that's-
cool with like your rock. It's been done nothing but great things. This trident, cool. Honestly, I'm more accepting of that stone that was embedded into his hand more than what is going on with him.
Yeah, I mean, I think because he said he was, I can't remember what he said. Helios.
I mean, he said he was gonna protect Bentley,
Yeah, and
that he was
I
giving
feel
him
like
power to kill Moontouched.
right. Okay, and I think I don't know. I mean, I don't think Bentley picked it, like
Well,
to be
he did say that he found the book.
right. But I'm saying, well,
He did say that, he
I don't think
took
Bentley
over
knew he'd
his
become a
body
demon.
because he was sharing too much.
That is true. That did happen.
yeah.
So there's definitely secrets going on between this demon and Bentley.
And he's listening to everything he's saying.
Yeah.
So we can't have
Yeah.
a conversation with Bentley without the demon thing knowing.
Yeah.
Cool.
But we said no more secrets, right? So it's not like we're gonna tell Bentley secrets that are gonna
And
be
no secrets with
fuel for this
Helios.
demon, right? What other secrets could there possibly be?
Anyone? Anyone? Anyone?
No, I've pretty much showed you guys everything. I'm not 9.
I mean, okay. Tiny silver lining here. Maybe it helps with the moon touched.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I disagree with what it said when we were
Yeah.
talking to it, though. Like, I want to help fix them. Like, in his mind, he's like, kill Gumi, where we know we can save him. So why would we kill him?
Mm-hmm.
That makes no sense.
Right. But I mean, maybe it could just be directed at like the weird data gatherers.
Yeah, that's what we were kind of talking about last night. Those things are beyond saving. They have transformed. They are gone.
So then how do you want to handle like other Pokemon that are Moontouched?
Elaborate. Like, what do you mean?
Like, what if
we
we're overwhelmed?
encounter Moontouched Pokemon that aren't those like rock things?
we save them.
Yeah, do what
Well,
we
you can only do that once a day. What if there's like 50 of them?
Well, it's similar with my Pidgeys. Just catch them all and put them in a line.
We'll have a queue
Damn.
set up.
You would rather kill them than give them a chance at life?
No. I just like.
I'm cool with killing the rock things, but other things that didn't choose this, I'm a little
Absolutely.
on edge.
But I don't know how we handle that. Like, we're just gonna catch all of the Moontouch Pokemon? Because didn't we? I thought that wasn't safe either.
What do you mean?
The Moontouch Pokemon being in just Pokeballs. Can't they just break out of them?
In a full moon, yeah.
So what? Like,
there's
what
only
happens
one
when
other
that
full
happens?
moon, right?
Like, what if we just have like
I don't know.
50 Pokemon in Pokeballs and a full moon happens?
Well, you guys had them in the PC during a full moon and nothing happened.
Right. So we're just gonna put them all in PC?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Just catch every Moontouch Pokemon we see, put them in the PC. Okay.
And
That's a
save
good
them.
plan. That's a good plan.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you can get better at your thing and like do like multiple Pokemon
Yeah.
at one time. That would be huge.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Here's from what I've been looking at, I can, but the risk is so stupid that it's not even worth considering.
Like, does it hurt you, or would
What-
it kill them?
If we were to do it a second time in a day, and I'm going to speak it as a player now to make it
Okay.
as clear as possible. If I try a second time, I take all points of exhaustion for the rest of the day, regardless. If I fail, everything in the room becomes moon touched, people and Pokemon.
Okay.
Holy, that's
Nah.
not worth
Not
it
worth
right
touching
now.
it.
No,
Not worth
hell
touching
no.
it.
Wait, is it 5 levels exhaustion or 6? 'Cause
Oh
I know
my
6 is
God.
death. Oh, it's just 2 levels. Okay.
But nope, not
But-
trying that.
I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
One
the
a day.
Yeah.
big downer to it is if you keep trying to undo what you're doing, you're in a death spiral.
Yeah.
So-
Shit.
So just yes,
No.
but no.
Yeah. No, I'm right there with you, buddy.
All right.
So, how do we go about psychotic demon child?
Oh,
when it
it's gonna
comes to
be
these
tricky,
things?
given that we can't really talk to Bentley about
I
helping
mean, I don't
him.
plan on talking to him right now.
And
Period.
he can't
so.
talk to us about it either.
True.
So we're kind of stuck.
having to figure it
And
out.
we can't really like say like, hey, wait here for a little bit because we don't know what would happen, and I know there's apprehension to be like, all right, come on, let's go do stuff, and it might be what the demon's after. Like, for all we know, he could be saying like, yeah, let's kill Moontouched, but secretly he's like, I'm gonna travel with him to this point to do my objective or whatever. But we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Maybe he's a nice demon.
I mean,
Have you met any nice demons?
I've never met any
I've never
demons.
met
Correct.
a demon, so I don't know.
That's fair.
These are you're making
Not
a lot
all
of judgments.
demons.
I've
Hashtag,
met
hashtag.
nice ghosts.
Y'all are judging
That's fair.
demons.
Yeah.
You've only
Kinda
met
close,
one,
right?
I'm just accepting that everything is real now. Like,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
recently learned
Yep.
about how the afterlife works. We know about demons.
We
like-
have an extra dimensional mansion.
yeah,
Exactly. It's fucking.
I saw bone skeletons that look.
And you notice how I
kinda
just
numb
went,
to it.
okay, yep, bone skeleton, sure,
Kinda
yep,
numb.
yeah, it's kind of
Right.
just like,
Yeah.
you know,
sure, whatever.
Alnamir will chime in and be like, yes, the necromancy is not that difficult.
and that's another thing. I think a
Okay.
guy that can turn from a human to a cat. No offense, you're wonderful so
It
far.
is. I do not take offense.
Okay.
Is that what you're saying? Is D right in that sense, or his guesses? So the other wizard is resurrecting dead bodies, and that's
I can do this. It is not that hard.
okay. Yeah, don't do it, please.
I will not.
Okay.
It makes people uncomfortable.
Okay,
Fair
well,
enough.
I'd like to see
That
it at
answers
some
that.
point.
Okay. Tell you what, we find like one skeleton. I will show you.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
See, maybe you
you
can
want to
learn how to
learn-
do that kind of stuff
Well,
instead of being
that's
a
why I
ghost.
want the staff. I don't want
Is
to
it
just
your-
immediately give this magical staff away.
Well, let me talk with Boyd. Let's not you talk with Boyd.
Well, yeah,
I'll talk with him.
I'm going to talk to Boyd when I do the gym. But I'm
Well,
not going
which
to
is
talk to
fair.
him about any magical staff because if we run into that guy, we get the staff. We're going to have a conversation about whether we're giving that staff up or not.
Is it your
We'll have this
intention
talk.
to use this staff?
Maybe.
I can teach you if that is your wish.
I mean, doesn't sound bad at all.
Just stay alive until then.
Okay.
I hope we all stay alive till then.
I mean,
And
I
after-
don't plan on dying.
Take your day in this town to rest up, fight this man, whatever you are doing. I will be nearby if you need me.
all right.
Travel during the day, right? So we'll just come grab you. We'll probably leave at first daybreak.
Yes.
Probably as
Yeah.
much time as we can to
If
get
we
out
leave
there.
at first light, the dusk brood will be sleeping.
Perfect.
The dawn brood will be awake, but they are weaker. We can kill them.
Sure.
not a
Yeah.
problem.
All right.
All those words make sense to me.
Also, found out from Boyd, this thing, I'll be able to traverse through north a little bit easier now.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
That seems
Yeah.
like a good
Nice.
idea. I'm gonna go do that.
Yeah.
All right. Milo, you run off. You do your gym challenge.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else think about taking on the gym?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Bentley, don't feel excluded from this if it's something you'd like to do as well. Totally on the table.
Does Ben want to? Yes. Does Bentley have any desire in this moment? None whatsoever.
Okay. Well,
Zero.
let's talk about it. What's Bentley doing right now? Where did he go?
So were we on the second floor of Dee's house just now, or the first floor?
Probably on the second. That's where like the
Okay.
living
The kitchen.
space is.
So when Bentley walks away, he'll just stand on like the first floor of the house, kind of like eavesdropping. And once he hears Dee say like he doesn't want anything to do with Bentley and like keep him away from him, he'll just leave.
Okay.
And when he goes out the door, he's just gonna go around Dee's mansion house thing, and he's going to draw his sword and start making his way north.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Well, if you, I don't know if you've looked at your document that I sent you many, many weeks ago, but the sword is on there. And everything it can do.
I will have to pull up Discord. But he's gonna be looking for like tracks of these skeleton things that he heard Dee talking about and see if he can like track them into the forest.
Yeah, give me a survival check. Find the tracks and...
Survival.
My controller.
Crit.
Expert tracker now.
Okay. As you look about, you see these long, bony indentations in the soft soil
Ew.
that scrabble off through the trees and sort of thick brush. Hear a little voice in the back of your brain. They're heading to the church. You could get there by sundown.
I'll just follow the tracks.
Okay. You immediately begin this sort of trek following these tracks. It's not hard for you to follow them. But you almost immediately begin to hear the sort of sniffing and howling of distant wolves.
Bentley's just not even interested in that. He's just continuing one-track mind of like, I need to hunt what he assumes is moon-touched and just keeping an eye peeled for more of the Elgium Beheum around every tree, around every bush, but he's not paying any mind to wolves.
All right, give me a perception check.
7.
7. Okay. You don't see any immediate signs of moon-touched creatures. There are a number of trees here that look as though they've been petrified. There's sort of this like white-gray, hardened-over texture. But that sound of wolf howling and snarling seems to be getting closer.
Okay.
As you're keeping your eyes and ears open.
So when I see the gray tree, does it look like the tree is like dead or?
It definitely doesn't look healthy. It looks like it's sort of rotted or perhaps blighted would be a good way to put it.
I want to take the flame sword and like almost like brand it into the moon touch marking and see what happens.
Okay. Yeah, the entire tree immediately and turns to ash as fire races up the branches, melting it all away.
So it just like poofs into ash.
Pretty much.
Interesting. All right, well, I'll just continue following the trail, perhaps, of the trees that look like they've been moon-touched to try and see if there's whatever's making those markings is leading a direction.
It is definitely a, like, dead-set direction, almost exactly north.
Okay.
As you're kind of, like, winding around, the tracks go up and around trees and bushes as they just continue northward. I'm going to say give me one more perception check as you're walking.
5.
5. Okay. You don't lose the track. Those are sort of immediately obvious to you. But you do hear that snarling and howling of wolves is now immediately behind and in front of you, as you see 4 sets of eyes from the front all step out. These large black and green wolves. And they look to you, and one of them speaks. Lost one, by himself. We should kill. Wait for Ruhan.
I'm not looking for you. Leave me alone.
We're looking for you.
I don't care. Leave me alone.
Smells like lunch.
Try it.
All right, let's get some initiative rolls, my guy. My 4 peeps in town.
Going to be a Dawn.
Temporarily excluding Milo, as I will say you are currently in the gym, and potentially Dee and Phoebe if you're going off immediately to speak to Boyd.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
In which case that would leave CJ.
Which I would be looking for Bentley.
Give me a perception check.
Perceive.
Oh.
Ow. That's
Not
a
bad.
dirty 20 right there.
Dirty 20.
Punched
did
the
it.
table. just went back.
For your sacrifice, CJ, you do immediately hear a few dozen wolves howling and snarling, letting out calls, and a lot of ruckus and movement in the forest around you.
You're really in tune with these wolves.
And you do see Bentley's sneaker tracks walking out of
His
Green Gate.
sneaky sneaker tracks.
Yeah.
Oh, what'd you do? What'd you do, Bentley?
Top of the round. Oh boy. All right.
So Boyd, this is Phoebe. We just see like dogs fighting in the background.
That's
Okay.
normal. It's fine.
Typical Tuesday.
Typical Tuesday, innit?
In it.
It's wolves eat
Tuesday.
free in the northern forest, so
Yeah.
they tend to get rowdier.
Get rowdy.
This is so hard to find these things. Come on.
Somebody
There we go.
is running an illegal fighting
Okay.
pit.
The first
Fighting pit.
The first
you
Dawn
say.
Brood
Of
Wolf
pits.
is going to circle its way around to one side of you, Bentley, and hold its action as the second one runs up to flank you.
Can I be one of them?
Sure. Phoebe, for the first one, go ahead and roll me a d20 and add 8.
Come on, kill me.
And I'll say...
Add 8?
Yep.
Bonuses.
And Devin, go ahead and roll at advantage
Okay.
2d20 and add 8 to either one.
16.
Holy
16 will hit.
fuck, dude.
So Phoebe, aka Tia, go ahead and roll me 2d6 grass damage.
25
Grass,
for
you
mine.
say.
25. Very good. Go ahead and roll 2d6
Well,
plus
you're
3
welcome.
dark.
6.
That's average.
There you go. Okay, so Bentley, you take 6 points of grass damage.
8.
Okay. And then Bentley, you take 8 points of dark damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Take this flaming stick, boy.
You gonna learn today.
Oh boy.
It'd be nice if I would roll higher than a 2 each time. That's
Okay.
8.
Perhaps for the best. As the teeth sink into you, there is a pulse of what feels like rot, and it just courses up your arm, and the wolves immediately just detach and go, "See you soon, new blood." And they move to walk away. You do get an attack of opportunity on one if you'd like it.
Yeah, Bentley will lash out with the sword.
Okay,
On the
so
one
go
that
ahead and
bit him.
roll. We're going to add your
Cut his
strength
tail off.
plus 3 to the attack roll.
Jordan's so excited right now.
I want to know what it does.
It's like, I want to get bit by a wolf.
It's a 21.
21. That will hit. So go ahead and roll. You are currently under the effects of a very high level flame blade. So I will get that for you in a second here.
Burn the
It's
rod
not a
out.
werewolf.
We're gonna be rolling some damage.
We're gonna find out how the demon affects the werewolf
No,
biting.
he's got to burn the rod out.
Two different
think
things,
so?
man.
It's a were-demon wolf, guys. Duh.
I mean,
right.
It
Wow.
would
To
be really
fantasy.
upsetting to CJ
All right.
to find out that
Go ahead and roll
Bentley was a
4d6
demon
fire
werewolf and
damage.
he
You're
was
just trying
a
to one up
boy.
everyone now, Bentley. You're like trying to get all the afflictions.
He's trying to get all the powers. All
I
of
gotta
them.
catch them all
You
because
just
I'm Danny
come
Phantom.
back.
Gotta
you're,
catch all the diseases.
you're a Cyclops werewolf.
Maybe.
Syphilis. Yeah.
Cuts an eye out.
19.
19
No, they fuse.
completely incinerates one of these wolves.
Oh,
As you just carve it in half and it burns to ash.
take that, wolf
Shouldn't have bit me.
Wolf boy.
All right.
That hurt.
But that is their turn. Apophis. You don't have a turn.
Puffus.
Apophis
Do
is
something.
just going to grab Bentley's head parts,
Uh-huh.
like a little Ratatouille situation,
Oh,
and he's gonna rune glow and try and like scare off the wolves with the rune glowiness, but then just charge up Bentley.
Okay. On their way out, one of the wolves that didn't bite you is going to throw out another vine lash. So I'll say, Tia, go ahead and throw another d20.
Oh.
Add 8.
unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. Go ahead and roll me another 2d6 grass damage. Another 6.
Consistent. Consistent.
Very, very consistent. Okay. As another bout of vines launches out from the haunches of this wolf and slaps into you, Bentley,
Get slurped.
you get another turn.
Is it lashing out with like its own vine, or it's like
Yeah,
controlling the?
vines are growing out of this wolf.
Okay, I'll
Whiny.
take a slash at the vine that's hit me.
Okay.
13.
13 will hit exactly.
Blimey. Uh, 13.
13 kills exactly. As another one of these Dawn Brood wolves
Yeah, these
is
aren't
just
very
completely obliterated.
difficult.
Probably just like a scouting pack.
All
Could
right.
be a weaker.
He did say the day ones are a little bit weaker.
Easy, easy.
And there's also no wizard, which
Lemons.
is the
This is
one
true.
thing I'm a little scared
The
of.
the final remaining two sniff out and see the wound on your arm. They're both gonna run into flank. So I'm gonna say 2d20s each.
Oh,
They're
2.
going for another bite because they're at advantage.
Me as well.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh.
26.
Yeah.
23.
Okay. Each of you roll 2d6 and add 3, and then Bentley, we're going to need 2 more Constitution saves from you.
6, add 3.
Whoa.
10.
14.
Yeah, Bentley's unconscious.
Okay. Bentley, as you fall unconscious, I still need 2 Constitution saves from you. Oh, boy.
It's a 16
Okay. That's a success.
Yay!
and a 15.
That is also a success. Okay. So, Bentley, as the darkness begins to cover over your eyes, you hear what can only be described as the sort of hyena-like cackling of these 3 remaining wolves. See you soon. Hopefully he survives. We could use new blood. He'll be fine. As they slurk off. CJ, in the 2 rounds of combat that have gone by, Bentley's about 600 feet into the forest. You can run 60 feet around if you dash. But because you're a rogue, you can also dash as a bonus action. Go 90. 2 rounds of combat, you're 180 feet in. First round of death saves for Bentley Woods.
As in, you mean to roll one?
Yes, sir. I need you to roll a d20 and tell me if it is above or below 10.
Above.
Above. Okay, we have 1 success. CJ, you're now 270 feet into the woods as you hear the cackling of wolves.
Still running.
Round 2 of death saves.
So funny. That's what I'd be calling.
Below.
While you're
Below.
sprinting.
Yeah.
1 success, 1 failure. CJ, 360 feet into the forest. You see a clearing with the slowly smoking ashes of a tree. And you see 3 wolven shapes walking off into the woods. Round 3 of death saves.
Above.
Okay. 2 successes, 1 failure. Round 4. CJ, you're getting closer and closer. You're 450 feet in, 150 feet away. Bentley's there.
Crit.
Crit. Bentley, you stabilize.
The will to live.
Jesus Christ.
Which is good, because CJ has no way of really helping you.
Yeah, he could
Nope,
shoot you.
Just putting you on.
This is true.
To put you out of your misery.
Just
Yeah.
putting you on
So-
crash and running back.
CJ, as you sprint into these woods, full bore, full tilt, incredibly fast boy.
Are you screaming or are you just running?
I'm not trying to be quiet. I'm just running.
Okay.
Okay.
New blood. Oh god, here we go.
Round 2.
CJ, do it! Bite me!
I want to
CJ,
be a werewolf.
Bring it on, bitch.
CJ, as you
Bite me first,
as you
then I'll
catch
punch
up to the
I'll bite
now
you.
unconscious Bentley,
Turn you into a normal boy.
you see a number of massive welts, bruises. There is a shattered collarbone,
Jesus.
and there are 3 or 4 very distinct bite marks, one of which looks heavily infected already.
Holy shit.
And he is fully unconscious but stable.
Bro, why would you do this by yourself?
The bleeding out is not any worse, but it doesn't look good.
Oh, okay. Gotta get back.
Jeez, man.
I'm gonna put him. I'm gonna put him on crash.
Okay.
And
Do you put a little light on
We're
top of
gonna
Crash's
run.
head?
and we're gonna run.
Okay.
We're gonna run.
Calling
As
attention
you're
to all.
as you sprint back to town now, full speed, just your lungs are burning. Crash is just dragging the unconscious Bentley. Those 3 wolves have turned to give chase.
Oh
Now,
my
fuck
god.
you guys. Fuck you guys.
It is at
Oh
this
my
point
god.
from the tree canopy. Alnamir will jump back down.
Oh, thank god.
This is why we do not travel alone. And he
Yeah.
will slam the staff into the ground, and a wall of fire encompasses those 3 wolves. He waits. Get him through the
Get
gate,
burnt.
and he waits a few seconds before dropping the fire as it extinguishes, leaving only ashes of these wolves. And he takes a moment, puts a hand on the ashes, and says something in a language you don't speak before joining you in the back in the safety of Green Gate.
All right.
So Boyd, this is Phoebe.
Yeah.
Phoebe, this is Boyd.
We'll get to that in a second. As you make your way in, brief retcon for Milo's gym. As you're sort of challenging whoever's in there. We'll leave it vague for now. Phoebe, you are brought inside the massive greenhouse.
Yeah.
And you see a tremendously large man with very thick eyebrows.
Oh.
He's got like this kind of look going, where this is just all eyebrows.
Just all.
Yeah.
Okay.
But every now and then you do catch a glimpse of like green within green eyes.
Oh,
Very, very piercingly green. But he'll just kind of open his eyes and kind of catch you, but you can see he's very focused on trimming as he looks up and just goes, "Welcome back.
Hello.
It is a pleasure to meet you. I'm Boyd."
Oh, nice to meet
As
you, Boyd.
He is a towering figure, but not as tall as some of the people that you've been seeing in recent days.
Okay.
He's like a little over 6 feet. He's tall for like a normal human.
Right.
This is an adventuring world where everybody's 6
500
foot 7,
feet.
7.5 feet tall.
280, all muscle. Boyd's got a little bit of a gut, a little bit. But he's wearing these like
How
very large
refreshing.
dark overalls. Dee tells me that you're interested in horticulture.
Yes, I like the place. It's very nice.
That was very
Thank you.
yes, queen.
I
Yes.
am exactly.
I have a small collection that I thought might interest someone like you.
Ooh, yes.
My fellow gym competitors, shall we say, are not in it for the love of the plants. They are here for the joy of war,
battle?
but they don't understand. So I think you might get more out of this than they would.
Ooh, I'm
He'll
excited.
very slowly walk his way over to a wall.
Okay.
Pull
Can
a
I follow
small
you?
book.
Am I
He's
just-
not going too far.
Oh, okay.
But he'll just
Okay.
he walks. It's very obvious from seeing this man. He does not waste energy. He walks very intently. He's not walking fast.
Okay.
Takes exactly the amount of steps he needs to get there.
Alright.
Boyd is a very regimented individual.
Sounds like a wizard. That way he wants a staff.
He will pull the book from the wall,
Okay.
and it is a little scrapbook of pressed plants and flowers that he's gathered from the forest around Green Gate.
Oh, okay.
Should you find yourself walking in a northerly direction,
Wink.
not that I would recommend this or
I'm just winking at Boyd now.
or encourage it to happen, of course, as he looks around and all the trainers are like, it might help you.
Ooh, okay.
And also, if you find anything new, if you would mind adding it.
Oh, absolutely.
There you are.
Thank
I
you.
would like it back if you make your way back through, but
No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
You see, I have a magical mansion, and I can go wherever I want. I'm not coming back here.
but if
Okay.
you wouldn't mind doing that for me, that would be
Yeah.
phenomenal. Is it your intention to challenge the gym?
Mm-hmm.
Very well.
Is this cheating that we're talking? Or?
No.
Okay, cool.
I am more than happy to discuss plants with anyone who is interested. And he
Sweet.
gives this like big, toothy, beaming smile, and you just see eyebrows.
Well, that's cool. I'm very excited about this book.
That is good.
Does it, can I like open it up? Is it like just, so you said it's the pressed like plants
They are pressed plants.
and then
leaves
like a
fly away.
description?
No.
Yeah.
Of
and
what
a,
it is?
a brief name and a brief description of what it can do.
Okay, cool.
So
That's
what
what
it's
I
going to do is it's going to allow you to identify helpful and harmful plants
Okay.
in the northern Green Gate forest as you guys are walking. That way I'm not just giving you like another big bout of information.
Right.
But while you're going, you can be like, do I see anything that might be helpful?
Okay.
And I'll be like, yeah, you flip to this
Check
page
the
and you
book.
identify it.
Okay.
It would also give you advantage on nature checks to identify plants in that space because you might have, there's a chance that you fail, and if you fail, it's not in the book.
Yeah.
But if you succeed, flip to it, see it, you might be able to pluck some, keep it for yourself.
Okay, cool.
And then we can add
boy.
it to the list of spreadsheets and information that's
Here you
being
go.
stored somewhere
Well,
that I keep forgetting about.
In a
I'm
void.
excited to check it out
Okay,
and to hypothetically go northern-ish.
very good. Well, it's around this time that Milo's gym has progressed, and we're going to play with time a bit.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd like to, we can say that this is where you do yours,
Okay.
and then we're just going to not know how it went until later.
I'm
That's how it
gonna
works
just
sometimes.
watch
Yeah.
because I've already done it.
Yeah,
That's true.
you just watch and you're like, Man, I never get to spectate. So you know what? Now canonically, when we film Phoebe's Gym, you have to drive. You have to drive an hour
And just sit there.
and you can't talk. We won't even put the camera on you. You'll just be across the table.
He has no mic.
Yeah.
I just sit there.
All right.
Every knockout.
You can clap like golf.
Yeah.
You can clap quietly.
Perfect.
That's it.
Okay. Because what I'm
I'll
going to
sub in for
say.
you if you want for $20.
Attack number 3,
Yeah.
my lord.
In game, right?
Yeah,
Too
yeah,
broke.
yeah.
Because what I'm going to say is around the time that Phoebe finishes her gym challenge, CJ, you come hobbling back into town, very out of breath. Your lungs feel like they're on the verge of bursting, as Boyd is sort of walking out with the three of you, walking out with the three of you. You see a fully unconscious, bloodied, festering wounds Bentley. Alnamir kind of dusting some ash off of his robes. CJ just like all red in the face, kind of keeled over like, it's fine, I got it. And Crash is just sitting there like, wolves.
What happened? You go demon again?
Make sure he's okay.
He may have picked a fight.
Why does he keep doing this?
I just shake my head and I just look at Boyd's with us, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm looking. What's his reaction to all this?
Immediate distress
Okay,
as he looks at the bite mark on the arm.
figured as much.
Can we help him?
There is a plant.
Okay.
It grows in the north.
Blue
Okay.
flower, red thorns.
If it is prepared properly,
Okay.
you must grind it in a pestle. And it must be combined with the saliva of one of the wolves to neutralize the toxin.
Beautiful.
Of course it does.
If you were to apply this as a poultice, there is a chance that you could stop the infection. Without it, he will wither.
You have a time frame of when this needs to
Yeah.
be done.
Like, do we have to do this?
He will lose 1 stat point a day until he dies.
You
If
got
we-
plenty of time. Plenty of time.
My God.
It has
Plenty
to
of
be
time.
each time you go down the line, you lose strength, then dex, then con,
Uh-huh.
then int, then wiz, then charisma.
Okay.
You can't pick beyond that. You start at strength, then you go to dex.
And if you hit 0 in any stat,
If you hit 0 in any stat, if you hit 0 in constitution, you're dead. If you hit 0 in intelligence, you're
Oh,
brain
like
dead.
as you move down.
Yep.
I see.
You hit 0
Okay.
in dexterity, and you lose the use of your arms and legs. 0
Oh.
in strength, and you cannot physically move, and your heart can't beat, and you die. It's bad. It's bad news.
But-
0 in charisma, and
I
you
lied. You
effectively
don't have a
become brain
lot
dead.
of time. You have a fair amount of time.
Okay. Well,
But
You got like a
we'll
week.
make you a cool
You got
wheelchair.
18. You got 18 time.
We got like a week.
Are you sure?
That
I
is
don't know.
that is the only cure that I am aware of. There is, of course, the item we discussed could work.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
item we discussed.
What are you
Probably
talking
the
about?
staff.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. I didn't know how much you had disclosed.
We're trying a new thing of telling.
Honesty and openness.
Correct.
That's good. It's healthy.
It really is.
I've found that talking
feel
to
good.
plants is very cathartic.
It is.
Anyways, okay.
Sage just
Jesus.
pops up. Odd.
Wow.
Cool. So.
So okay, which is more? I guess we could do both at the same time.
I think it'd be easier to try to locate a plant, which there's probably multiple
But we have
of.
to find the wolf to get its saliva.
Yeah, it's true.
Time of
So-
day.
I think the wolves are gonna find us. I don't think we need to worry about
It's like
True.
Noon.
True.
noon, probably by the time some gym challenges occur.
Okay.
Okay.
By about noon.
So what does that mean?
We just
can't do
go
it?
now.
Okay.
Olamir's
Apparently.
like, the time scale seems to have moved. I can get him up and moving on his feet. I cannot do anything about this. The rot.
Oh, you can?
Yes.
Okay.
Can have him on his feet and ready to march. His shoulder might be a little questionable.
He'll be fine. He has a demon in him, anyways.
Rapid healing has a tendency to not set properly. If
Can we like set it first and
if
then?
any of you are good with bones, I would
mean-
recommend this. Otherwise, his arm will probably not ever move
I
again.
mean, we could just give him to a doctor if there's one here and let him decide if he wants to rest here while we go.
Is there a doctor?
Yeah, judging by the fact that he just went out there by himself, I think he's gonna want to come with us, regardless of his physical ability.
D.
Like
How does it
natural
sound
But if
like
we're
remedies?
pushing a boy
It's like
over a
natural
wheelchair,
remedies,
through
like-
the
No, he
woods-
can-
we have
he'll
to
be able to
medicine.
walk. He
So we have
just
to
said he
shove a
could walk.
blueberry up his butt and hope for the
Pretty
best.
much, like there's like a what I guess like
Keister a bloob.
I don't know. Would there be
Keister
like
a
a
blueberry, do
doctor-esque,
There
or
is-
is there like a shaman-esque kind of person?
So there is a
Eastern
there's like
medicine.
a school nurse
Yeah.
that you're familiar
A
with.
school.
You
Student
spoke
ID.
to her
So
last night.
She'll give
Yeah.
us a band-aid with a fire truck
Take
on
me
it.
to the homeopathic
You can't
lady.
do this. You work in a
She-
hospital.
She would be able to help you set
Okay,
the
listen.
wound if you're not confident in doing it by yourself.
If I sun my taint, I'll
I
get
can
better.
try.
You've never seen
but
somebody with
if-
a broken
if
collarbone
Bentley
before?
comes out
He's
with a weird.
unconscious.
Well, yeah, which means it's probably easier to do whatever we got to do to
So we're
him.
just gonna smelling salts and be like, come on.
Drew.
Well, I mean,
No,
he said he was
oh,
going to
yeah.
magically
Okay.
do it,
Oh.
so
Yeah, so
yeah.
D will.
I don't know what that entails.
D
I'm not
sort
a
of
magician.
runs off in a direction.
Okay.
I'll be back.
As you're all discussing this, Alnamir's just sort of sat and he's like,
Okay, wait.
at least it was morning. If it was night, you would not have found him. You are very fast, by the way.
Thanks,
That
man.
is impressive.
Oh, did he help? Did you help them?
No, I when you guys all went to go do whatever you were doing, I
Retired
looked
boy.
around for Bentley and I realized that he was out there.
Uh-huh.
And I went out there a little bit, heard some wolves, saw that he was getting attacked by wolves, and he was too far away. I had to go get him, and then he was already down, and the wolves had left, and I basically just brought him back.
So Alnamir didn't help you?
Well, I mean, he was there. He killed some wolves because they were gonna attack us.
Okay.
So
Over.
you could have been bit too.
I could have, but
Yeah.
But he saved
it
you.
wasn't.
He saved your
true.
life.
Maybe.
How to save
He definitely
your
made it so
life.
that I didn't have to fight wolves,
Nice. That's cool.
for sure.
Yeah. Good job.
Are you trying to get at something here?
No, I was just curious that he did a good job. He helped you. He's good.
All right. Moving on.
Okay.
D, at this point, you return with Melina.
Yeah, like when I got there, I'm just like, hey, cash in a favor, need your help, and I'm just gonna grab her.
Sure. She'll just like run with you. She's like, yeah, what? You saved my children.
Is
What
this
am
the
I
nurse?
gonna say? No. as you come running up with her, you see a nice lady. She's probably in her, well, let's say 29 plus. She's 29.
How many prestige?
29 plus.
6.
6 or
Plus
7 prestige.
how many days?
Yeah, prestige 7. As she runs up with you, oh dear, yeah, that's a bad fracture. That's a lot of bites. Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you fix his collarbone?
I reckon we could fix that. Is anybody good with medicine?
just
I
pointed
can
for me.
help out. Yeah.
Great. Awesome. What's your medicine bonus? I'll see if hers is higher.
500.
We'll determine who's
Biatch.
helping who.
6.
6? She will help you. But she'll sort of guide you in what
That's
to
right.
do.
No.
The bite mark and the sort of vine lash that smacked Bentley in the shoulder cracked his left collarbone
Okay.
directly across this bone. I believe it's called the scapula. Could be wrong. But it's this sort of like the one that I can feel
What are
very
you talking about?
prominently right here. This
the
one.
front one?
The collarbone?
This one.
That's your
Literally the
clavicle.
collar. The
That's your
clavicle?
clavicle.
Gotcha. So it's the clavicle that's completely cracked
femur.
in two. It's a clean break, so you're lucky.
Okay.
But she's just going to help you kind of like reach into the sort of loose skin and hold it steady.
Okay.
As Alnamir will then heal. So go ahead and give me a medicine check at advantage.
All right.
It's not a particularly high DC, but things can go wrong.
You rolled as high as you did to kill me.
Nice.
That is true. They rolled really well on these
Yeah, they
wolves.
did. They did, and they took me out. Took me out big
24.
time.
24,
Hey.
perfect. As the bone is set, Alnamir's like,
You may have a demon in you,
and he
but
says,
I'm gonna get
he
your
says a little
clavicle
prayer
all
again in
nice
a
and
language
straight.
that nobody speaks.
Can you fix the demon too while you're in there?
Plants his hand on Bentley's chest, and the bone just kind of re-snaps into place, and
did
you
it
hear this
all.
horrible like as the bone just fuses back together. All of the bruising and stuff kind of fades away.
Okay.
It's in a similar vein to what ambrosia looks like when it
Okay.
works, but Alnamir doesn't glow gold or anything.
Yeah.
His is much more of a sickly green and black.
Oh.
As the bones just kind of stitch back together, a lot of the scarring and things that have appeared around him do begin to heal over, but they leave these vine-like scars around the wounds. It's almost like plant
Bentley's like
growth stitched
90%
them
scar
together.
tissue at this point.
Pretty much. But Bentley, you do at this point shoot back into consciousness as you regain 70 hit points.
Good lord.
Whoop, whoop.
Hey,
Like,
he's all right.
like I now
That's a
have
nifty
that
trick.
many?
No, you get healed for 70. That's what the spell does.
That's a nifty
So
trick.
very interested in learning about that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Perhaps when we dethrone Florian, I will show you something.
Yes. Yes.
You have proven yourself unafraid of the brood.
That might.
This is good.
And he's brutish.
I am gonna pull Boyd aside real quick before we just decide to just take off.
Sure. Yeah, it's as Bentley's like, as all of his cells are stitching back together. It's a little overstimulating.
Gross.
You step aside with Boyd.
Gonna go
Yeah.
with ow.
So the staff. Do you need to keep it in order
No.
to do the thing that you need?
No.
Can we use it for
I
your
only
purpose?
need it for a moment.
Okay.
And I don't even know that I can do anything with it.
Well,
It just might be useful.
Okay. Well, we have somebody who might be able to use it. Hopefully, we make it back to do
If
what
you
we
do,
need to do.
That's great.
Okay.
And if not, I will do what we've been doing.
Okay. Thank you for all the help.
Anytime.
And then I'll return it to everybody.
Okay. As Alnamir walks over to you, Bentley, and he sort of looks you in the partially opening eyes as you're like, just healing. I won't say that was a bad idea. I think you have realized this. I know you want to hunt. I can see it in your eyes. There is pain there. Your friends can help you with this. I can help you with this. I will guide you. You are looking for the moon touched. I will help you find them. I heard the demon speaking. I don't speak demon. The demon speaks the common tongue.
They're just
Oh, okay.
there are things I have to do.
I
and
know.
I
Trust
don't-
me.
I don't want any of my friends to get hurt, and I know that Dee doesn't want anything to do with me now. So
They don't want you to get hurt, or they would have left you out there.
right.
I have dealt with demons before.
Oh, cool.
There is only so much they can do to you.
Well,
Someone.
the so much I've seen is not something I want to have happen.
Don't worry. It will give you what you want, and if you are lucky, it will let you go when you are done.
And what
And
if
if
I'm
not-
not lucky?
Then you will have your friends beside you.
Okay. Thanks for saving me, guys.
Don't go out there by yourself anymore, okay?
I thought we were past this.
There's things I have to do.
That's fine. We can do them. Just don't do it by yourself, because clearly that didn't go well.
For that.
Again.
Shall we get moving? Is everyone ready to go?
Yep, so we're gonna go get this plant, right?
Plant, wolf saliva, does it...
Stick.
Wait, what?
I can create this poultice, I am familiar.
We gotta fix your arm, bro.
What's wrong with it? Oh.
Yep.
Aldemir, does it have to be the wolf saliva of the one who bit him, or no?
Any of
It
them?
just needs to be one of the same brood. So the sooner we set off, the better.
Yeah.
Alright, let's
okay.
go.
The Dawn
Sounds
brood
good.
does go to sleep in about a few hours.
So let's go make some medicine.
So what's wrong with my arm? Why
Get
does it
some
look
sort
like
of
that?
You are rotting.
infection.
Oh, okay, that's not good.
Yep.
Don't worry, you will not end up like me. You will end up like a little raisin man. We will
Oh,
fix this.
comforting.
Man?
Thank you.
We will fix this.
That's a little
So,
raisin, man.
off to go
He will,
hunt some
he will
leaves.
wither away.
Oh,
We will fix this. Do not worry.
okay.
I don't mean to be so flippant, but he will be fine.
I do what you gotta do. Aldemir, I'll follow you.
Yes.
Okay, and I'll stay in front.
Yes. Everyone just remain quiet. We will be fine.
Remain quiet.
And
So-
so he'll flick his staff, and this little dome of shadow pulls out around you.
Okay.
As you all get a +10 to your stealth scores.
Yeah,
Sweet.
pass
Heck
through the
yeah.
trees.
Ain't nobody finding me.
Let's
That's a
find some
static
leaves.
+16 for CJ.
Yeah.
Just don't roll a one.
Yeah, so everybody right now, you are under the effects of Pass Without a Trace. As long as you don't actively make noise, things will pretty much be unable to...
If you roll a
I'm
one
not
because you put
gonna
your
make
lips through the
noise.
outside, just went.
I am doing what Kronk does, just not the noise. I'm doing it in my head.
You know what Kronk does?
Yeah, remember when he's sneaking in the city?
Oh, where you're like...
Yeah. Like
Okay.
extra, because I know
Sure.
I have the shadows.
All right. As soon as you guys sort of step out...
Like it's not helping, but like it's cooler to
Yeah.
like
It's
you're
fucking
sneaking.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you all step out through the sort of protective green gate, that bubble of darkness around you also gets eerily quiet,
Okay.
as you're also under the effects of a sort of dome of silence. It's not literally the silence spell. You guys can speak, but noise cannot travel outside that bubble from you.
Wait, so we can make noise or we
You
can't?
can talk to each other.
Okay.
It's like the dome of understanding.
Containing noise.
Yeah. It's
So-
basically somebody put like a big cup over you.
But why did he say we couldn't talk then?
He's like, as long as you don't make extra noise. It's not a perfect bubble.
As long as
Okay,
we don't
okay.
go out of our
I
way
see.
to
Yeah.
I see.
be.
As
Okay.
long as
Can't
you're
have
not
a
going out of your way to
conversation,
make
as long as we're not
noise.
yelling.
We
He will
can
get you.
chat. We can't bang our pots and
Yeah.
march
But
through
I
the
like
forest.
There's a
Well, then you can't
there's
come.
there's like an invisible decibel reader. Like if you guys are particularly loud, you might incur a stealth check, but you're gonna have crazy bonuses to it.
So we
But-
don't have to roll stealth right now.
Alnimir's basically making it really easy for you guys not to be noticed,
Okay.
so that you can get the drop on
Does
something.
Bentley have full use of his arms, or
He
is
does.
he okay?
Because of how well that medicine check went.
Yeah.
Because as we learned in Ragnarok, when you rapidly heal somebody who has a bunch of broken bones, they tend to just heal into a giant bone. Because all of the bones just heal in whatever formation that they're in, and it causes eternal agony, and then you have to have a hag break all of their bones individually. Spoilers
Oh,
for
yeah.
Ragnarok, you've had a year.
Forgot about
That
that.
was
That
gross.
did happen.
That was
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yep,
Poor guy.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Gonna go with ow again.
he lived. It's fine.
At what cost?
Every bone.
At what weird
At least he
broken
has
cost.
a new way to talk about his nickname.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
Exactly.
Uh,
But as Alnimir begins walking with you, you guys are all sort of in this little dome. So you don't necessarily need a marching order. Just let me know if you're looking for anything other than wolves.
yeah, I'm looking for that plant.
Okay. So give me a nature check. I'm going to say at advantage because you do have your book.
I love
I'm looking
nature.
for moon aliens.
Okay. You're looking for space aliens from the moon?
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and give me a perception check.
Ain't no Mars attacks aliens.
22 for the plant
22,
search.
very good.
I'm
16.
I'm
16,
looking
very
at
good.
how
buff.
Alnimir is using his staff.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
watching him.
A lot of it-
anytime he does
Inappropriate.
stuff.
A
with
lot of it seems to be various hand motions over the gem that is stored inside. So let's go one
He's
at a
become
time.
a big
real
fan
quick.
of him
I can do
suddenly.
that.
Yeah. So,
Very good at that one.
Phoebes, you do find the plant in question.
Yes.
Just
Blue flower, red thorn.
Doctor Strange shit.
It is known as Grimlock. It needs to be ground in a mortar and pestle, which is something you would feasibly have with you. It's small enough, and you do enough things with berries.
Okay, cool.
I'll allow it. I'll say that you can have that with you. It just needs to be ground up and mixed with the saliva of one of the dawn brood wolves, which means you do need to kill one without completely incinerating the corpse. Or
Okay.
simply put a stake in front of it and put a cup under its mouth while it's drooling.
Or like the rattlesnakes.
Yeah, just get it to bite into a cup and then inject a bunch of...
Just by the scruff of its neck,
Yeah.
you put it on the
Yeah.
little rubber
In the
cap.
pestle.
Yeah.
Just.
Okay, so you do find a whole little, like, sort of bush of it. It's not particularly rare.
Okay.
I'll leave it up to you how many doses you take. If you would take more than one, I want you to roll me 2d4, and that's how many, like, full doses you can take.
That's what I'm.
Might
I'm
be
just
good to
gonna take
stock up.
several. Yeah.
heck yeah.
Yeah.
Just in case.
2d4.
Oh. What am I
Are you
doing?
sure not 2d6? We'll
I
take
just
12.
like.
I was gonna do
this.
it, but I was like, that seems like way too much for one plant. You can look for more. I'll allow that, but okay. So I'll say you get 3 additional ones because you get the one, and then
Okay.
you're like, okay. Now that you know what you're looking for, the book will tell you how to harvest it safely.
Okay.
There are some thorns on there. It is a poisonous plant, which is why it needs to be mixed.
Okay.
The
With spit.
the poultice, as Alnimir can also help fill you in, is going to be very painful because it is going to literally pull poison out of the wound and just sort of drop it on the ground. The sooner you do it, the less painful it is.
Okay.
But you do now have 1 full dose of that. Bentley, as you are looking for space aliens from space, you got a 16?
Yerp.
Very good. As we're dawdling along here.
Dawdle, 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 dawdle.
Wow, this is gonna be really quick. As you're walking along, you do see 6 of these sort of dawn wolves encircled by 9 small Elgium. As
As
they're just sort of studying. And you watch as a vine lash reaches out and just obliterates one, and from the ground next to it, another Elgium pops up. As
guys,
Alnamir just goes, wolves and moon.
Bentley's just
We
gonna
can go around, or we can get involved.
step to the front of where they're at and like fire up his sword.
We can get let's get one.
You say 4 wolves?
6.
6 wolves? 6 wolves.
That's a lot.
And 9.
And
Elgium?
9
That's a
Elgium.
lot.
That is a lot.
Let's
9
get a
Elgium.
smaller group. We
One
can find
Elgium
one.
got obliterated and came back, which tells you there's probably a Behemoth nearby.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, let's not.
I'm gonna see that Bentley's getting ready to fire things up, and I'm gonna grab him and be like, hey, nope, not this one. Not
CJ,
this one.
I have to.
Too
Not
much.
this one.
I have to, CJ.
Not this one.
What did
I
we just
have
talk
to,
about? We
CJ.
just talked about not doing this.
Not this one.
Not being rash.
There will be more opportunities.
Yeah, we're gonna go find more.
Roll me a d20.
I don't know what you're
Wow,
looking for,
okay.
but I beat the shit out of
So,
you.
so Bentley's gonna try and run forward with his sword.
Okay.
And as he does that, by all odds, the CJ is able to just grab him by like the scruff of his shirt, and he like pulls him to the ground and like knocks some sense into him, and
Okay.
like kind of picks him up like, no, we're not doing that, and
All right.
like, moves him away.
Yeah, CJ, in that moment, you do catch the surprising muscle definition of Bentley, who thus far in your journey has sort of been the scrawny one of the bunch, and is now is about as ripped as like a 12, 13-year-old can be.
It's like
And
the
it's alarming.
5th 2 I've rolled today as
Yeah.
well, just so
But it's
everybody's...
saving you,
Yikes.
and also killing you.
It's good and also bad.
Alnamir will sort of observe what's going on. Do you want to keep moving, or do you want to grab the wolf?
There's a wolf?
There are
No,
6.
there's-
No, yeah, no. That's
He's saying
too
grab
much.
one
You
of
want to
them.
find another
Too
bed?
much. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Too much.
Yeah, the least amount, the better.
Okay.
Just
CJ,
one. Find
come
one
on,
Yeah.
let me at him, CJ.
with
Come
no
on.
we
moon
can-
touched.
No.
Can you
It
catch
is
one?
up to you if you want
CJ,
to
you
kill
don't
all but
understand.
one
I
wolf.
do
I can make sure
understand.
it does
I
not harm you.
need to...
Yeah, but that's a lot of those aliens.
They need to be
This is
gone.
true.
I understand. You got it. There has to be a line. This is a bad idea.
This is a suicide mission at that point. You're starting a fight that we could risk our team.
It's a
Milo,
bad
I don't
idea.
have a
It's
choice.
a bad idea.
2 of the
Yeah, you
wolves
do. We
will
keep
kill 3
going.
of the Elgium,
We're not going to do it right now.
and then 2 Elgium pop back up.
Onward.
As you guys are walking away, you see one of the wolves turn all gray and turn on its friends.
Yikes.
Can I do like an Arcana check to try and see if I can figure out where the Behemoth is that's leading all of these?
I'll say
Elgium?
anybody that wants to, you can try to make a perception check.
I will try it.
It's just they're just like partially obscured in the jungle somewhere,
Ooh, baby.
or the forest.
This
I
is a
should say.
case of all of our enemies are fighting each other.
That's
and
a
we cannot get
22.
engaged, and they can
22?
Kill each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah, it's only about 15 feet off to the side. You do see a Behemoth, and each time an Elgium falls, just and there's a little like trail of information that just pops into its brain.
All right, so I'm gonna start sneaking over that way.
Okay. Give me a stealth check. If you're leaving the bubble, you don't get the bonus.
Would
you.
I have to leave the bubble to
Very
flank
much
it?
so, yeah.
Okay,
The
can
bubble
I-
is only 10 feet out. The wolves and co are about 30 feet away. The Behemoth is 15 beyond.
Can I silently like gesture to Alnamir and crew like I need to get over that way and like point out the Behemoth and see if we can like stalk behind it to like flank it? Or am I not able to communicate that?
You can communicate.
We can just
if
talk.
you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to do it sneaky.
Okay, well, that's what we're asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like pointing at it like doing directions with my hands.
yeah, we're
like,
not going over there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not really a case where I can let you like persuade your friends. But if you want to try to,
All right, fine. And I'll just leave and go around and try and flank the Behemoth.
Did he not
Billy.
learn from like 10 minutes ago?
He's gonna. I don't know that he's in control.
So this is why I'm saying like why we shouldn't bring him on this to do this. If he's going to continually throw himself in danger.
how'd you do on your stealth?
Not good. That was 17. 6.
Where if you say 2.
Okay.
Didn't roll a 2.
The moon-touched Dawn Brood will consequently infect one of its other friends. And another one does fall to the Elgium. 2 Elgiums fall, and 3 rise in their place.
Like a Hydra.
Pretty much. All they need are rocks.
Yeah.
As you start approaching the Behemoth, all of the moon-touched individuals raise their head and look to you. You are a new variable.
I'm gonna pull out the pistol that I have and try and shoot the Behemoth.
Give me an attack roll.
So
It is a straight roll. We are going to add your dexterity modifier.
the loudest weapon we have. Bang!
That is a 0.
It misfires.
Gun misfires.
Okay.
As it God. And the sort of you pull the trigger and the slide just shoots off the back.
And I'm gonna.
Which thankfully
saving
doesn't
your
make
own
any
life.
noise, and the creatures don't recognize as a hostile sign.
All right, so I'll spike the gun down and then just make a beeline for the Behemoth with the sword, like getting ready to just lance this thing.
Okay. One of the healthy Dawn Brood needs to make a wisdom save. And fails. As Alnamir drops the bubble around you. Oh. Kneel! As the Dawn Brood just... And then just kind of like sidles over to you guys and just sits completely placid. And it's just...
Well, let's gather some saliva from him, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. He's like, it seems as though the jig is up.
Okay.
We will get...
I
So
Are you
guess.
familiar with the collection method, or do you need assistance? Otherwise, I am going to help obliterate everything over there.
Could you just give me a quick, like, rundown?
Yes, you just need to lift the jowls.
Yeah.
They will be salivating.
Okay.
You just
Easy peasy.
scoop
Do you,
them
have a,
out.
do you have a vial? Like vials or anything like that?
You will need
Yeah.
something to keep the saliva in the yes.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you have like the empty ambrosia vials probably.
I think I just have vials.
Do you?
You probably just have like some jars and stuff.
Yeah.
Phoebe
Because I've, like,
collects so
collected
many
other
things.
stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fair.
She
fair
used to
enough.
do the drive-through at Chick-fil-A. She's got the little like coin counter thing, but it's vials.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Phoebe, go ahead and roll a d6 and tell me how many doses of sort of saliva you harvest from this
Well,
one.
I only have 3, right,
Disgusting.
for the plant.
Yep, but
in
just how
addition.
many?
Okay.
One.
That's all you need.
All right.
One's better than none.
Waste
Yeah.
not, want not.
So you have the one.
I don't know that she could have rolled a 0 on a d6.
That is true.
He has
You
a...
succeed. You just don't get any extra from this one.
He's dry mouth.
Yeah.
He's scared.
It's at that point when he sees that you're done, Alnamir will say, "Kill," and the Dawn Brood just goes and just lunges into battle. It seems as though we're going into initiative, friends. Top of the initiative round. As you all see Bentley roll 30 feet up closer. There are some behemoths. There are some wolves nearby. He seems dead set on attacking a behemoth that's a little further away. Crasherino, what are you doing, buddy?
Picking up CJ, and we're gonna follow Bentley.
Okay, so you close the gap behind Bentley.
Yep.
You run up 30 feet. D, you maintaining perception? Let's go ahead and get a roll real quick. And then if it's really good, I'll say you can keep it. And if not, you can try again later.
17.
17? That's pretty good. You do notice there is currently only one behemoth in this area. As you kind of
Okay.
give a quick scan, there's only one.
Yeah. Looking out for also if any more of their pack would be coming along too.
Uh-huh.
So
Or something
Totally fine.
else.
I'll say you're
Awesome.
keeping an ear out for anything else that might be getting involved.
yeah.
Like a
Very good.
tree.
The Dawnbrood wolf that is on your team will sort of follow Alnamir's point, and he says, kill. He runs out towards the 2 non-moon-touched Dawnbrood, because to Alnamir's mind, those are more dangerous.
Is he doing that now, or is this a round where he's going to have saliva extracted, or has that already
That has
happened?
already happened before we jump into
I
initiative.
just want to make sure
Yep.
that is collected.
Yep,
fair.
very good. Okay, that's a dirty 20, so he will strike out, and I'll try to make it quick, because this is guys that you're not in control of. He exactly kills a Dawnbrood wolf.
Nice.
Nice and
boy.
easy.
Well done.
Okay, so one down. That leaves one more hostile one. On Alnamir's
Bang.
turn, he is currently concentrating on the dominated wolf, just in case you want more saliva. So, that will sort of limit his abilities. He's going to hold an action in case anything is close to Milo. And then we're going to go to Milo's turn.
Okay. 2 things.
Uh-huh.
Send out Violet.
Okay.
She's
roll
gonna stay
Violet.
nearby and protect this group.
Okay.
Natural 20.
She
For
is
23?
ready.
Okay. So Violet, you will go first next round.
And then I'm gonna why not, give it a shot. I'm gonna yell at the Behemoth in the most commanding, superior voice that I can. To stop making Elgium.
I like it. I'm gonna treat that as like a mini command spell. So I will say the Behemoth needs to make. In this moment, I'll say it is an intelligence save, but it's going to be against your DC, which would be 8 plus 3 is 11 plus whatever your intelligence modifier is, what I think is
4.
4? So 15? Okay. Behemoth,
8.
kind of smart. We'll see.
Do it. Come on.
Come on.
Needs to be
Give
lower
us
than
something.
15. He's only adding 3.
5.
5?
Yep.
Okay. You command him to stop making more Elgium. It seems to just stand there and be like, "Ugh." There's like a little bit of psychic interference in his brain. Do anything else?
Nope.
Okay. So Violet comes out. You stun this Behemoth for the moment. Mr. Woods.
Yeah, Bentley's gonna try and attack the Behemoth with his sword.
Okay. You now have advantage because it's stunned.
18.
18 hits.
That's 10, I'm assuming, fire damage to this thing.
Yes. So it will take 20. Still standing. Very much so. But you do carve a lovely burn scar right up the side of its face. Pretty substantial. It is now the turn of the Behemoth, who is currently stunned for the round.
Yeah.
But as it takes damage, the command will drop. And at the end of its turn, it would drop anyway. And it kind of sizes up Bentley, but it can't do anything else. The Elgium that are standing, the currently remaining 10, I'm going to say 5 of each go after the 2, or the 1 Dawn Brood Wolf. Yeah, 5 would go after them and 5 would go after Bentley. Because it's just the nearest thing. The 5 going after the Dawn Brood Wolf got a 2, so they're going to miss. And the 5 going after Bentley get a filthy 20. Okay. Bentley is having a rough day in these jungle woods.
Woods.
It's by
Bentley
choice.
Woods. Yeah.
It's been a rough one.
Bentley, you take 16 points of psychic damage. And mercifully, given your condition, you cannot be moon touched. So you're not. The Dawn Brood Wolf that is not moon touched looks at its friends and is like, bro, what the heck? He's going to try to run.
Okay.
Which means there will be a round of opportunity attacks from the Behemoth, or the Elgiums, rather.
Ooh. But they suck.
And they will all miss. As that Dawn Brood Wolf just runs off, there's psionic blasts that just shoot out and stick into the ground behind it as the wolf's just yowling and running away. Which means we can take that guy off the initiative. Which will make everything easier and faster and better in every way. CJ! What are you doing, buddy?
Well, I'm gonna pull up my sonic gun, and I'm gonna aim it as at as
Conically?
many of the frickin' things that I can get.
Yeah. No, I love it. They were all in a circle. So I'm going to say you can hit all of the Dawn Brood Wolves and 3 Elgium, or all of the Elgium and 1 Dawn Brood Wolf. Which one would you rather hit?
Say that one more time.
Do you want to hit all 10 Elgiums and 1 Dawn Brood Wolf, or all of the Dawn Brood Wolves and 3 Elgium?
I'm gonna go for as many of the Elgium as possible.
Okay. You have your
Stop the
stuff
moon
written for
touching.
your,
Would
for
you
your
rather
gun?
hit 12 things or 5?
This is true. I'm just throwing it out there.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Because the way you could kind of angle the cone.
Yeah.
Plus, those things are like super
Yeah.
small, so you can
Yeah.
probably fit more. in
Try to
there.
blast them up.
Yeah, because basically anything behind the wolves would have cover from you.
Yeah. So that's a 16 on the die. I don't know if there's any bonus to that gun.
Um,
Oh no, it's
Dex-
10.
Dex
It's
plus
10.
proficiency.
I think the bonus is no. That's
What?
10 feet. Is it 10 feet?
What's happening?
It's a 15-foot
Yeah, no, but
cone.
I don't know if that's what that is.
So you got a 15-foot cone. How'd you do? What'd you roll?
I
tell me what you
rolled a
rolled.
16
on the
Okay,
die.
that hits
It
everything
should-
without
it should
bonuses.
hit.
You don't have to worry
Should
about
hit
it.
everything.
So you hit all of them. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah.
The Elgium, as you may or may not remember, will take a ton.
It's a 10.
Okay, so the Elgium are all just completely obliterated. You do
Heck
10
yeah.
points of damage to the Dawn Brood Wolf. It's still standing,
Cool.
but it's looking very weak. As you just
Moon touched,
completely...
yeah, or that's the one.
Those
that
are
was
the
trying
moon
to-
touched ones. The one that's healthy is like, I'm out of here. This
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
worth it.
Right on,
All
right
of
on.
my friends are trying to kill me, and the other one is dominated by the hedge wizard.
Cool.
So as
Grass
10,
wizard.
yeah, as 10 Elgium are just completely obliterated, and you've told the Behemoth not to make any more. So until its next turn, it's gonna listen to you.
Sweet.
I'm gonna leave them on the initiative in case he gets the chance to make more. But CJ, well done.
Dude, good shot.
Bentley Woods. As a reaction, whether you mean to or not, you hold your sword out backwards, and the ashes of the Elgium are pulled into your blade.
Oh.
And it grows a little bit longer, and that flame burns a little bit brighter, and it turns this beautiful, brilliant white.
Bentley will just have like a really devilish smirk across his face.
All right. Thebes.
Yeah.
What would you like to do in this moment?
So there's the Behemoth.
There's a Behemoth that's currently being like stabbed by Bentley a little bit.
Okay.
You just watch CJ detonate
The
a bunch
Elgium.
of Elgium as they just go flying into rubble and
All
then
of
pulled
them,
into a
right?
sword.
Yes.
All 10, yeah.
Okay.
That was a good hit. And then there are currently 3 Dawn Brood wolves, and one of them is looking so close to dead, but they are moon-touched Dawn Brood wolves. So not the safest thing to harvest from. I'll give you that
Nah.
much. Although I
wanna-
think you could make that assumption for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
But just in case.
Okay. I just want to make note of which direction that other one ran.
Yeah, straight north.
Okay, cool.
Actually,
And-
sorry, no, not straight north. He goes like northwest.
Okay.
North by northwest.
And then
Straight north is something. That was the other tracks.
gosh, dang it. Can I do if I throw out a Pokemon, can I do one other thing then after? It's not like
Yeah.
combat. I'm not going to try to
It's
punch
pretty. We're
anything.
pretty
Can I
nebulous.
send one out and then do other thing? Cool. I sent out a second one.
You said I could. You said. Gotcha.
No,
You tricked.
I'm going to send out Boysenberry.
Okay, BB.
Yes.
Hey, Samurai's on the field.
All right, go ahead and roll for BB.
Let's go.
And
We spar.
he is going
And he
just
stabs
bring up
Bentley in the
for
gut.
getting
All
rid
right,
of all
on
those
guard.
targets.
Stabs him in the gut. All right, BB.
Stabs him in the gut. Stabs him in
And
the
then
gut.
what is
Stabs
while
him in
you're
the gut.
rolling that? What is the other thing you want to do?
I want
We're
to
gonna multitask.
go. Okay,
Ooh.
so the rumors, right, were that the trees, you have to kind of watch out for the trees, right? The forest.
Yes.
And they hate fire.
They do hate fire.
So can I just like go, like, see if there's anything weird going on with any of the trees?
Give me a nature check at advantage.
Okay. So this, hold on, I'm gonna do Boysenberry.
Yep.
18,
18.
and then for me, you said nature.
Yep. Nature at advantage.
Nature advantage. Okay.
Much better.
21.
21. Beautiful. None of the trees around you look particularly unnerving, save one. There is a tree
Okay.
standing a little ways apart from all the other trees, and it doesn't match any of the other ones. The ones
Okay.
you're seeing are kind of like these tall, almost like fir trees. And the
Okay.
one that you're seeing, are you familiar with the baobab tree? Grows in
No.
Africa.
No.
Super
Oh.
thick trunk, very like fat roots, grows
Okay.
really, really tall, and then its canopy is very narrow.
Okay.
You see one of those. And instead of where like knotted wood would be,
Yeah.
there's just a vacant hole that seems to just go into complete and perfect darkness.
Okay.
That's the weirdest tree that you see from where you're at,
Yeah.
and it is the only one of its kind that is
And-
nearby.
And like, where can I just move
Probably about
closer?
100-ish feet away from you, but if you want to get closer, you could, if that's where you're going.
Is it away from where everything else is happening?
It's about 100 feet away from you guys.
Oh.
Not even in a direction you guys were heading. It's just off to the side.
Okay.
But you do. That's a good roll. You do catch one.
Okay. I'm not
Clock
gonna
it.
move yet, but I've clocked it and
Yep.
I'm gonna keep an eye on it.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Apophis.
Apophis is going to rune glow.
Oh.
Okay.
Bentley.
Apophis rune glows Bentley. The rune glows.
Well, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Okay. The rune begins to glow. We jump to the top of the initiative order. It is Violet.
I'm turning
Do you recap of what's there?
Chew the gum.
2 full wolves, one that looks like it would fall over if you hit it with nearly anything, and a behemoth. And then all your friends. And then 1 wolf that's currently dominated by Elnamir.
Violet will go after the one that is not about to die.
Okay. Very good.
And she is going to and this is moon touched, correct?
Yep, they are
Okay.
moon touched.
All right, we're just gonna go for a comet punch. Then,
Okay. Love
in
it.
that case.
Let's get some damage.
4 attacks.
Beautiful.
15 and 17.
Both hit.
And 20 and 10.
10 misses, so 3 hits.
Sweet.
Hi, friend.
That, and that. Where did that other?
It's
Oh,
in.
it's this
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
Look at that. 3 2s.
3 2s.
How neat.
The wolf will survive
What a special.
the barrage. Violet, as you flap, and you're like, suck it, nerd. You've maybe been doing a little too much blade training.
It's been
In
a
this
while.
moment, you're like, your knuckies get a little harmed.
A little bruised.
Yeah, you do some good damage though. I will tell you, it's bloodied. These aren't that hard to take
Bruised nuckies.
down. Crash,
Oh.
you're up next, buddy.
Crash is gonna try to end this behemoth.
Okay. What are you gonna do to him?
Aquafang.
Yeah, bite him in the head.
It's a 21.
21 hits.
All right.
Give me some damage, buddy.
Let me get him.
Get
And
demolished.
then Boysenberry, you are on deck, so be thinking.
Okay.
After D, of course, if you'd like to. We'll do some perceiving again.
Oh,
but
mama.
That's a lot of damage. That's 26 damage right there.
26 damage. The behemoth is still standing strong. But Crash, as you rush over and clamp your jaws down, and you just start pouring some water into this thing's form, trying to separate some of the rocks. Its arm falls off, and then just kind of pops back in like a little Lego man.
All right.
D? Still just listening?
Yeah, is Milo next to me?
Sure.
Yeah,
I'm still with like the group.
Yeah.
I haven't
Okay.
left. Yeah.
All right, because D like held back, like he's where we originally were. So
Same.
yeah, he'll just do a back-to-back kind of thing with Milo, and I'll tap the ball on the inside of my coat to just give me a 20 AC, just in
You just
case.
throw the Delmise out in front of both
yeah,
of you.
but I'll keep my same perception if
Sure.
that's okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, as you maintain that, you hear the cries of pain from the wolf that's sort of running off, and you hear very distantly a few responses.
Okay.
Doesn't sound like anything's getting closer in the current moment, but you do get a response from that.
Gotcha.
Boysenberry.
So there's the one moon touched.
There's one that's at about half, there's one that's very close to dead, and there's one that's full health, and then there's a behemoth.
Oh. I thought there's only 2. Okay.
That changes everything.
I'm gonna kill both of them. There's 3.
Okay,
Oh,
he's
I do
gonna
nothing.
run up because next to Violet to be
Yeah.
flanking,
Sure. I'll allow
Beautiful.
it.
and then hype Violet,
Yeah.
and then
Do death by 1,000 cuts.
the one that's
Peppercut.
like real
Peppercut.
close. He's
Peppercut.
gonna go for that one.
No, I'm next to the other one.
Okay, just kidding. Whatever.
You
Whichever
go-
one you're next to.
Go for whichever one you want. I'll just be very honest. There's one with 3 hit points, one with 7, and one with 13.
Oh,
They have 13 hit points. They're very easy to kill.
okay.
You just have to kill them. Their whole purpose is to give you rot if you let them live and they hit you.
I see.
And now to moon touch you if they hit you. So go fast.
Okay.
Gotta go fast.
So they're not near one another. So even if
They're in like a circular position. What are you trying to do?
I just wanted to like give flanking, but just
That's
attack
easy.
the weakest one.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
So roll with advantage on the weakest one.
Thank
you got it. It's very close.
if that's not possible, I'll just type Violet.
You could. I'll allow it.
Okay, I'm gonna go for.
We're doing theater of the mind. This isn't like a deadly encounter. It's just a little dangerous.
A little.
It's a little dangerous.
We haven't seen a moon-touched human yet. Well,
Okay,
see what
I'll do
happens.
the triple
We have.
axle.
Well, we thought we have. We haven't
Going for triple
confirmed
axle?
that,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
No,
So
they
go
weren't.
ahead and roll 3 attacks at advantage.
Okay. Well, let's just.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
That's fine.
Those are all good.
Fine.
19, 18, 17.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. So
Take
go ahead
your
and roll
pick.
damage for all 3 kicks.
You can
which
roll them all for, again.
You can
if
try to
want.
see if you crit, but
Yeah,
I
you might.
genuinely
Do
don't know
it.
that you can't kill these.
Wow.
Wow, you did.
You got a crit. Okay. So 2 hits and a crit.
All right.
So
Alright.
roll damage for all 3, and then we're gonna double the damage on the last one to make it spicy.
Oh, these
Double it on the ice blue one.
Yep.
kicks.
So you're hitting all 3 of them, or just one
Just
of
one.
them with 3?
You gotta hit
one
one
of
thing
them
with 3 kicks.
3.
So you're gonna absolutely destroy one of these things. Although that would be sick if you were just like just
Was it
dancing on the
top, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You went with top?
Hit
Yeah.
my top?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a completely new.
Yeah.
It's basically
Hit
Dot,
noise.
but it's cooler.
He's
Look
hit
at
one right.
that. Look at that.
Okay.
Look at that.
So you do 14 plus 12, you do
Jerry
28.
Seinfeld watching?
Yeah.
So you absolutely murk one of these wolves. You went for the weak one, the one that had like 3 hit points left?
Unfortunately.
Tried to tell you.
Completely murked.
Unfortunately.
As it's like, die! Stay away from my friends! And you just like,
My guy
it's
can
like,
run up as a trainer
It's
and
like
poke the other
Kill
one.
Bill, just way too much for what's like
and it's
allowed.
just completely
You just see
obliterated.
his face and blood splatter. That's the
Yeah.
whole scene.
The wolf that's dominated by Alnamir is going to try to bite the other sort of weakened one.
Okay.
Natural one, buddy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, leaps out towards it and kind of fights the control for a second and just kind of slides to the side. As Alnamir's like, pathetic. But he's still just going to chill. He's going to make sure nothing gets close to any of the children that are near him. Milo, you're up next.
I was gonna try to cure the weak one, but since
There's still one with that's low.
yeah, but this one was like really low,
Yeah.
and then Boysenberry diced him into tomatoes, and so I guess I won't do that.
You would have given us rot.
Chopped him into a tomat burgo. He's been killed.
You would have brought him back and he would have bit all of us.
You don't know that.
No, I would have. We could have brought him back. Never mind. I'm not doing anything.
Okay, you doing nothing?
Yep.
Just pass your turn.
Yep.
You got it. Bentley. Beheum lies before you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for another sword.
All right. Cut this man. Kill him.
That's a 19.
Hits. Hits.
Bite him.
Yeah. 7, 8, 10 fire, and then 2 additional force damage from
Beautiful.
all their Apophis.
Okay, so another 22. The Beheum is officially bloodied. As you carve up the side of him again with the now sort of elongated, serrated, bright white sword. Carving through this fool. Beheum on its turn
Uh-oh.
is no longer commanded.
Wow.
It raises 8 Elgium out of the ground,
Wow.
who immediately take their turn.
Wow.
5 will go at Boysenberry.
Wow.
5 will go at Violet.
Wow.
The one at Boysenberry does a 12
Okay.
strike you.
No.
Okay. The one at Violet is a 22.
Also no.
Okay. Good to know. The damage won't be as extreme because there's only 4 going at each of you, not 5, like I said. Only 4. However, it is 12 points of lunar damage to you, Violet. Is your sword is not drawn, correct?
For that specific reason.
So you are not currently grass type.
correct.
Very good. Okay. In that case, Violet, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me. Got this, girl.
Oh.
5.
Shit.
5. Violet. The moon's sickness begins to creep into you. Milo, would you like to use your reaction?
Yup.
Okay. You can just do that. That doesn't count against the number of times per day you can do that.
Yep.
Okay.
Can I also try to call her back?
Yeah, you may. So when you do this, you have to use the destroy option.
Yep, that's fine.
But yeah, so you, seeing Violet begin to turn white, you just hold your hand out, and this golden ray shoots out, seeps into Violet's core, and just plucks this little black seed, and it pulverizes on the way back as you call her back.
Yep, you guys are on your own for that one.
Well done, Milo. Clutch, dude. BB, as they're attempting to like get into your mind, you're like, leave me alone. Don't touch me. You are hyped.
Okay.
You can use that on that save if you want to, even though it worked out.
Oh.
But at this point, I guess just keep it.
Yeah.
For next time. Okay. Praise be. CJ.
Hey.
The 8 Elgium pop up right in front of you again.
Again?
Yeah. And Violet is no longer danger close.
Yeah, we're just going to do it again then.
All right, so go ahead and roll the hit. If you hit 1, you'll hit all 8. I'll allow it.
That's an 18 on the die.
That hits. So go ahead and roll some damage.
Where's the 10?
It's a very small chance that you don't kill them, but we do need to roll damage.
9.
Okay, they take 18. As all 8 of them again just explode.
Okay, we need to kill that Behem now.
Okay.
Phoebe,
Yeah.
what are you doing? If anything. Just chilling? Hanging back? As BB's like, my ears. A sonic gun. It's so loud.
Wow.
Thanks for blowing up all those rock guys. I don't want to be an alien. Thank you. And similar deal this time. When you detonate them, all the ashes of the 8 go into Bentley's sword.
Okay.
I'm just raking for you right now.
He is.
Glad somebody is.
This is true. You're doing the Griff challenge. I need you to get 30
Literally,
bodies.
I'm like,
First
okay,
encounter.
30?
Spike growth.
You
fire
need 10? That's nothing.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell
My
BB
goal
to
is
go
just
get
to
the
stab
Behem.
right through the head of the Behem and then
So-
drop 10 in one go, but that
BB,
didn't
go
work.
roll an attack on the Behem then. I'll say you
Okay.
can be flanking if you so choose. Crash and Bentley are nearby
Okay.
and are threatening the Behem in the current moment.
Let's try the triple axle again.
Okay. So you same deal. Roll 3 attacks at advantage.
1, 2, 3.
17, 14, 7. The 7 will miss, but
Okay.
see if you crit anyway. So if that blue one is higher,
Oh, yeah.
there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so all 3 will hit.
Nice.
Thanks, flanking.
Job, Tia.
Okay, and they get some damage on this Behem.
End him.
Dick. Go away.
End him.
Go away.
11.
11. Okay, you do not end him, but you do get 3 very good kicks to the back of its dome. Donk. It's like,
Triple kick to the brain.
yeah, you manually recalibrated him.
So wait a second. It says each consecutive hit deals an additional die of damage.
Oh, then roll.
Or no. That's
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Be
so you
3D?
would do.
An
So roll me
additional
another 3d8
Yeah.
damage. Because you hit all 3. So you would do
Yeah.
1d8, then 2d8, then 3d8. So you've rolled 3d8, so roll 3 more.
Sick. Good catch.
Whoa!
That's
16.
significantly better.
16 more. Same deal. It's still up, but you
Okay.
extra recalibrate him manually. As
Nice. Good save.
you
Good
dent,
save.
you basically
Good
like
save.
dent out of the back of its head, and a big like chip shoots off, and it's like seems to be short circuiting. Only Bentley is close enough to see it, so I'll say Bentley in this moment. Give me a perception check. See if you notice anything hinky.
8.
All right, you're too consumed by rage. Apophis.
Apophis is.
How did we get there? Where is it?
It was boysenberry, just went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Not Apophis. I'm looking at Phoebe because Phoebe was talking.
Touche. I'll put a pin
Bring
in.
back. The Dawn Brood is going to attack the fresh one again. The Fresh Prince.
Of Bel Air.
Buddy. It's rough. He's a natural 2.
You should just run away.
He really
Just
should,
run
but
away.
he's dominated.
He's dominated.
He can't. He has no choice.
We
He
should
has to
dominate
stay.
him to
He's
run
too
away.
dominated.
Alnamir is telling him to stay put, and he's like, I want to leave. I am afraid. Alnamir, same deal. He's going to chill with the children who are safe. Milo. Violet has been called back to you, which reminds me I should take her off the initiative order. Are you doing anything else in this moment?
Yeah, I'll try to yell at it again.
Okay.
To just die.
Commit Sudoku.
Probably not gonna listen.
Spoilers for Bioshock. You yell out code yellow. Natural 1. The Behemoth looks at you, and there's this little short circuiting of electricity. And Milo, from your brief time with the last bout of Behemoths, you know that this is too much information. You've literally overloaded its brain with data. And the whole thing just short circuits, and a lightning bolt just shoots out of the top of its head and flies off into the sky and arcs off in a direction. As the Behemoth just crumples to the ground, turns to ash, and is pulled into Bentley's sword.
I was joking, but
Jesus.
all right. Cool.
On a natural 1,
Yeah.
and you tell it to die.
Give it to
Yeah.
It had like 20 hit points left.
Do all the other
Just died.
LGMs just...
They're already gone.
I
They've
got
been
rid
shot
of
by
those.
the gun.
I got rid of those.
As everything is
Got
pulled
all
into
of
your
them? I thought you
sword,
resummoned and then they attacked
He
Violet.
did, and I fucking killed him
Yeah.
again.
we're not out of initiative.
Okay.
As
know
the
that you got
Dawn
all
Brood
of them.
wolves are still nearby.
18 of them.
2, right?
2 left.
Okay.
One's wounded, one's fresh.
Okay.
It's Bentley's turn.
Uh,
There's 2 more moon-touched creatures in front of you.
Are the wolves are moon touched?
Yes.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Belgium's
He
got 'em.
will close the gap and go for Schwad.
He was so focused on the Behemoth.
I guess so.
Yeah. That's a 24.
It hits.
Uh, 14 fire and then 3 more force.
Yeah, this one's completely incinerated.
Okay,
The ashes are pulled into the sword.
Shabloips.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Following that, the Behemoth is dead, the Elgium are dead. CJ, there's 1 Dawn Brood wolf left, and it's moon-touched. What's the play, my guy? You shoot him?
What's the situation on trying to catch it right now?
You can try to catch it if you want.
All right, I'll
You
throw,
just throw a ball
I'll,
at
I'll
it.
throw a Pokeball
Can
at
you
it.
catch?
Yeah, you can catch the moon-touched Pokemon.
I'll throw a Pokeball
if
at
you'll
it.
remember,
But
they
it's the-
automatically are captured.
T is asking because we thought they were people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw
Then-
a Pokeball at it.
Okay.
In this specific
We're gonna
circumstance,
find out. Right
CJ,
now.
you may add to your team a moon-touched Dawn Brood Lycanroc.
All right.
Cool, man.
That's kind of fucking badass, though.
It captures. And then every other Pokeball of yours starts shaking.
He doesn't even have to roll for it, he just catches it?
That's the rule for moon-touched. Did you guys forget the LGM Behemoth shenanigans?
Yeah.
Cool, man.
I want to catch it. Poop.
I thought I
Okay,
had to
I'm
roll.
on your
Oh
team.
yeah, you're right.
And then you can't put them in the PC.
Yeah.
So CJ, you may add a Dawn Brood
So there goes
Lycanroc.
that hypothesis.
Oh.
Cool, man.
But we'll deal with that later because we're no longer in combat. Bentley, you feel a very warm sensation on your back as though a hand is sort of pressed there like a proud father. As you are currently sitting on the corpses of no fewer than 20 dead moon-touched.
Okay, are you done now?
Yeah, sorry. I had to do this.
Okay, but are you gonna do this again?
I hope not.
That's it. That's all you can give us. I hope not.
Why'd you have to risk all of our lives for that?
Why do you think I went off alone, Milo?
Yeah, why did you?
Because I didn't want to involve you guys in this. I have to do this. I can't explain it. I have to do it.
Hope you feel like a man now. And D's gonna kind of walk off.
Why don't you try and stab me again?
I will. Come close. Find out what happens.
Can you guys stop? Unnecessary.
I didn't want for this to happen, but it's happening, and I have to do this. I don't have a choice.
What do you mean? What do you mean you have to?
I can't say.
Cause the demon said you can't.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Cool, man. Cool.
I was trying to do it by myself. I didn't want to involve you guys. Sorry.
How far north have we gone?
Less than a mile, probably.
Yeah, a mile or two. Not too far. Phoebe, from the dominated Dawn Brood, Aldemir will harvest on their 6 vials of saliva.
Okay.
He'll hand it to you as he just says, drool. And it just into a jar, and he'll hand it to you.
Thank you.
And then he just goes,
How do we make the paste now?
I will show you momentarily.
Okay.
Go back to your friends. These ones are not on the menu. It just goes, yes, master. Just skitters off into the woods. We can do this while we walk. I will show you the ways.
Okay.
Question about the moon-touched lichen rock I just caught.
Yeah.
I can't put that in the PC?
It cannot be the one that goes to the PC. You are correct.
Right now, but I can put it in the PC later.
The PC network doesn't recognize Elgium, Beheum, or any moon-touched Pokemon as genuine in this current moment. And you're not really sure why for this. Based on your experiences in the past, the Lycanroc should be able to go to the PC.
Right.
But for whatever reason, it can't. The Pokeball can catch it, but the PC network doesn't recognize it as anything.
It's the same deal as when we caught Beheum and LGM.
Well, but then why were we able to send our moon-touched Pokemon into the PC?
That's what I'm trying to make obvious to you, because it's weird.
That's why I asked, is what I was clarifying.
Yep, that is...
Maybe it's because they were caught and in the PC prior to being moon-touched.
Maybe.
Whereas these are caught as moon-touched.
Oh. I don't know. But I will say that to you because that's just how I remember catching the Elgium. I don't think that this can go in the PC because I can't send it now. And I couldn't put the rock things in the PC before either.
That's weird. But it might be because it's like half person.
That is also possible.
That I forgot about. They can turn into people. Okay.
I do not recognize that one, so I do not know.
I was just thinking, like, catch Pokemon that are moon-touched, forgot that they were people.
Yeah.
If it is a person, you could interrogate them.
True.
But
they're moon-touched, so that might not... Okay.
Yeah, how's that work with, like, the transformation?
It might make for an interesting discussion. As he's, like, kind of helping you grind up the Grimlock.
Okay.
I want to clarify, are we heading back right now, or are we just going to keep going north at this point?
We're already here.
Why go back?
Okay.
Should just go.
Just clarifying. I didn't want the assumption to be that we were already back or whatever.
Tonight, regardless, we can be in the manor, so, like, we should
that
just
would be
go.
for the best, yes.
We should just
Can
go.
I look for
I agree.
those
I'm just making
Bonecrawler?
sure. I didn't want someone to go, so we're back in Greengate, right? And
Tracks
like 3
or the
people
things?
will be like, hold on.
No, we're not.
Both, if they're there.
Survival or perception, depending. Survival for tracks or traces, and then perception for actual presence.
I will take survival because I've now got expertise in it. Thank you, Boyd.
Yeah.
18.
18. You pretty quickly pick up on the trail that Bentley was sort of following through here. You see those same skittering marks.
Okay.
And they just lead straight north.
Okay.
They only divert if, like, a tree's in the way. They don't climb. They just run straight.
Okay.
But while you're sort of tracking that batch, you do see another similar, like, little wicker doll to the one that's in your pocket.
I'll take it with me.
Okay. It seems to be a matching pair.
Yeah, I'll just put it right next to the other one. They're holding hands now.
Okay. Pop those in there.
Yeah.
Very good.
It was a gift from a little girl. Don't judge me.
It was.
No, with zero context, creepy as fuck.
That's great. Yeah, it's great.
But I will point out to the 3 of them of the tracks. And I'll explain everything as we're kind of walking to...
Yeah.
I'm keeping an eyeball out for another tree like the one I saw.
Okay. Give me another nature check.
Aldemir, can you dominate moon-touch things?
I do not know. I have not tried.
Okay.
Usually it only works on lesser intelligent beasts. If they have any degree of intelligence, it will not work.
Oof.
How did you do, Phoebe?
Natty 1.
Natty 1? You
Natty
are a
1.
little unnerved in the moment that I cannot stop talking like all night. It is a little freaky to you.
And I will take Arjan out and hold him, and we will do a nature check for berries.
Yeah, berries!
Boris.
Berries. Berries!
Berries.
Okay.
What kind of berries do you want?
Do you have the berries dock open?
No.
Okay, then don't worry about it. Just go ahead and roll a nature check.
Okay.
Buy me some berries. and we'll deal with them in a bit.
Wee.
Also,
11.
Bentley's
11, okay.
busted pistol will still be on the ground if anyone wants to grab it.
Nope.
I'm certainly not going to leave a gun on the ground.
I figured
You
you
grabbed-
wouldn't.
you grabbed the two
I
pieces?
wanted to
If
say
you were,
it,
yeah,
so
if
it
you were
wouldn't just be
clearly
like-
just going to leave it there, I'm not going to leave it on the ground.
I mean,
Okay.
Bentley will have long since forgotten about it, but I wanted
Yeah.
to give y'all the option.
I'll for sure pick that up.
Okay, you pick up the pieces. Milo and Arjan, as you guys are sort of walking along, CJ, you're like trying to put the slide back on. You're proficient with the gun, but not in fixing it when it's sort of busted in such a
How
way.
did you even do this?
I'm gonna pop up over your shoulder. Are you looking for something specific? I can help you.
Not really, but if you have any cool ideas.
Arjan will kind of point a little tiny finger over at a little bush, and you do see they look like almost like blueberries.
Oh. Can I look in my book?
Absolutely.
What is
Give me a nature check at advantage,
What's
and maybe I'll tell you.
what's the blueberry bush?
It's a blue.
There's boysenberries on it.
Schnozberries.
Advantage.
Oh, Schnozberries.
Advantage.
Please and thank you. Same number.
It hasn't changed.
Oh, worse.
Well,
Wow.
it's 12 with the other one.
12?
Roll, yeah.
These are blueberries. Nothing fancy. Nothing crazy.
Okay.
Blueberries.
Just some bloobs.
Just some food.
Okay.
They're a bit out of season, so they'll probably be a bit bitter. But
Well,
he's like,
But full of antioxidants.
yeah.
bitter.
We'll
berries.
So
we'll look at the berries
Do a
and we'll
blueberry
read
enema.
the
Yeah.
Shave
nature
Bentley.
scroll, nature power scroll, and eat the berries, read the scroll, and
Yeah.
dissect info.
Awesome. Roll 2d6 and add that many blueberries. They have no healing properties. They're just good for cooking.
10.
10. You get 10 blueberries.
Sweet.
They
10
are
blueberries.
classified as a bitter berry in the current season that you guys are in.
Thank
bit
you.
Heading
of
into winter.
berry.
All right, are we good? Can we go back to stealth mode now?
Alnamir will.
I'm totally fine.
Cool. Cool.
The dome will rise again.
Bentley's just gonna be walking in the back, kind of like skulking, just looking at the ground and like slowly like wrapping and unwrapping the spell tag around his fucked up arm.
Yeah. You feel that same warm sensation on your back. Wasn't so bad, was it?
Out of my head.
All right. Just know I'm here for you. And it pulls away as Apophis kind of moves to fill the space. As you all continue walking forwards. Anybody looking for anything in particular? Or are you all just sort of sticking to Alnamir's guidelines?
I'll point the tracks out to Alnamir to tell him that we should follow these first, and then
Okay.
we'll keep going towards the stones. Or
This is good. This is going in the same direction. I
okay,
imagine this is the village we were told about.
yeah, that forest guy might be there. So I don't know who
It's
that is.
possible.
Are we trying to get the staff right now? Is that what we're doing?
We're thinking that the staff might be here.
Okay.
But
Florian will find us if we get too far into his territory.
that's who it is. I thought that was the witch guy.
I
Florian?
figure we just
Wizard
head
guy.
north and they'll find us if
They
they
will.
find us.
It is highly likely we bump into them.
Yeah,
Might be a
we
two-bird
smell- We smell
situation.
good.
We
to
have
them,
already
probably.
encountered
But-
2 of their packs. It
That-
is likely someone will come back.
Oh, I thought he was buddies with Rohan.
He is.
So if we find Florian, we'll find Rohan.
They usually go together.
Yes.
Okay.
Almost always.
Okay.
Florian controls the newer converts.
Okay.
I don't feel good about having caught a person.
Is it
Well, you
your
can always
wish
let 'em
to
go.
let them go?
That's what I'm saying. Like, is this something that like we're gonna handle like later? Should we do this now? Like, I can wait if I know we're gonna do it at like a specific time. I don't want to just hold on to this thing.
Do you
Right.
want me to speak to it?
Is
Yeah,
like if I let
yeah,
it
yeah.
out, do you think you can?
If it is human, yes.
It's possible that
If-
this isn't a human.
It could just be a wolf, yeah.
If
Oh.
that's what you want to try, you just have to promise me that if it doesn't listen or tries to strike one of us down, we need to
Just gotta kill
it immediately.
Yeah.
I have no qualms with this. You are the ones with the moral compass.
Okay. Cool. So just like kill it if it tries to attack anybody.
Yeah.
If
Cool.
that is your wish, yes.
All right, we're good with this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let it out.
Okay. As you let it out, similar to when Growl was temporarily moon touched, the concentration on that effect is broken. Quick reminder for you. The lichen rock that lands in front of you is not currently moon touched.
Cool.
As it hits the ground and looks up,
What's up, man?
as Alnamir just points the staff down, and it immediately gets very meek and quiet.
Okay. All right. So it's not moon touch. So that's good.
This one is lesser. It does not listen.
Huh? What does that mean?
Okay.
It is not like me.
Oh, okay.
This is a
More
natural
beast
being.
So it's not a
just a wolf.
person.
It's
Okay.
not a person.
All right,
I
well-
imagine that is why you were able to.
Yeah,
It's a,
might just hang on to
So
this guy
okay.
then.
So if it had been something similar to you,
I got a wolf now.
Hey,
There-
that's pretty cool.
There have been many times in the past where people have used their capture devices to try to catch me. It does not work.
okay, so it wouldn't have worked. Probably not.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I always just assumed I was special.
You are.
Thank you.
For you
You're
are
a
special.
cat man. You're probably pretty special. You get magic stuff.
Everyone
That
is
seems special to
special.
me.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know if you call things special.
Do you wish to learn something neat?
Yes.
Oh yeah, do we want to talk to it? Can you talk to it?
It will not listen, but we could ask it something.
Okay.
Otherwise, I think it just wants to run away. Or you could recall it. It is bound to you now. Is whatever your technology does to wild beasts.
Interesting.
I don't judge.
Bentley will just be sitting like on the corner of the dome, just on the ground with the sword in front of him, just going like this and like looking into the flame.
That is deeply unsettling. What do you want to ask it?
I don't.
Anything in particular, or do you want me to just kill him?
Where's Ruhan?
If you let him go, he will go back to Ruhan.
Well, yeah, I assumed.
Can we follow
I
it
could
back
take
to
you to
Ruhan?
Ruhan if that is your wish, but I don't think that is your wish.
Oh, like you know where he is.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They have a den.
Oh, okay.
We will
Not
have to
right
walk.
now.
We will have to walk near it, but we don't have to go through it.
Do you guys have any questions about?
No,
That group?
I don't know what we would ask. I
They
mean,
just seem like-
everything that we know, we can probably ask from Alnamir since he used to be a part of it.
Yes,
A
probably.
few of these have already gotten back, so you will not be losing more. You let him go.
All right. Well, I'll
Has-
just walk
wait.
over to it and like
Wait.
pat it on the head.
I have
Okay.
a question for it.
Yeah.
Has it ever been attacked by one of those funky trees?
You heard her. No, he knows to avoid them.
Okay.
He was like, I'm gonna catch one of those trees.
Pokemon, go!
Yeah, just a giant fucking tree.
Just like a crater from all the roots. Sinkhole forms. Thousands dead in Greengate as a sinkhole opens. Local youth catches tree,
There's
causes
some
mass
hardy
collapse.
roots.
I mean, I see no harm in holding on to it. I mean, that's one less thing out there infecting people.
That's true.
Just don't go letting it bite
Wait.
people.
But then you
Or
can't.
other
You have to hold
Pokemon.
on to it, right?
I don't, can
Well,
it
it's
infect
just
other
like another
Pokemon?
Pokemon. That
I don't
want to
find out.
No.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
Okay.
I don't think it can.
So like maybe I'll get rid of it later, but I don't know. Seems.
Just don't let
I'll,
it
I'll
like.
pat him on the head and be like, "I'm CJ. What's up, dude?" I don't know. That's not a bad thing.
Just don't let it inflict rot on anything else.
Well, yeah, it's not gonna bite any of you. We've never had a problem like that with any of our other Pokemon.
Yeah, I
right?
mean, like
Maybe
in the
you could-
wild though, it'll be like, oh, cool, look at that wild guy. Bite him and give him
You could
rot.
cure
Wow.
the rot from this beast if you wish.
Oh,
is that
there
a
you
thing
go.
you can
Oh.
do?
Yes. It
Okay.
will wither otherwise.
Well,
Okay.
we
Is
have
it
the
just-
Yeah.
thing.
We have
so,
extra.
Yeah, we can do that.
It is a disease that is spread.
Oh.
It is usually if they eat something they're not supposed to.
Like
Okay.
rot.
Something that is diseased, yes.
Yeah.
You ate your neighbor's bread.
But curing the rot
Even
won't turn this thing back into human, will it?
It was never human.
It's just a.
Oh.
It's
It is just
lichen
a wolf.
rock.
It's just a Leguan rock.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Yes.
It just has the rot. Gotcha.
Yeah. So should we
Why
do it
not?
on this before
Do
we do it
one-
on Bentley?
No, we have to do it on Bentley too.
I
What do you
can
mean?
just prepare
doing
a
the same
second
time.
dose with you. It is not
Yeah.
that hard.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
let's
yeah,
do it.
Let's take care of that.
Is it gonna teach us anything if we do it on this first before him? Or just like the same
or
thing?
you're pretty confident
Just like
that
the
it's
same
gonna
thing.
work?
I have never done it myself. If you prefer, we can start on the wolf.
Why wouldn't we just do it on Bentley?
I don't know.
Why would Boyd tell us to do something that would harm him?
He wouldn't, but I mean, just to make I don't know, maybe
Just to see how bad the wolf reacts.
Full disclosure, when I have seen this, it will harm him greatly.
I would, if
But
it
it
were
will not
me,
kill him.
I
But
would
I
not
don't
want to
think we
know
do
what
it.
I'm about to go
Yeah,
through
yeah,
that's
before I
fair.
do it. I'd
Fair
rather
enough.
just
Plus,
do it
it
first.
could have had it for a longer time. Remember, he said the longer you have it, the more painful it is.
Right.
What I'm saying is the dose is ready if you want to give it to him or you
Yeah,
want to give it
let's
to this
do
dog.
Bentley first.
Well, do we want to do this now? Because like he could just start screaming, and
We're
that,
in the dome.
Then,
well, whenever you do it.
yeah, but I don't think that the dome is gonna like.
You're
It
wanting to
depends
wait
how
till
loud
the
he
manor?
screams.
Is that what you're
That
saying?
Yeah.
might be a good idea.
Does it hurt right now, Bentley? Does your arm hurt?
Does
pulsing
my
a
arm
bit.
hurt?
If you can feel, it almost feels like a root system is pulling things out of your blood.
God, that'd be so.
It's like an inverted IV. You can feel it pulling things out.
I don't
It's
like
like it's
IVs.
like it's
No, I
like
didn't hear.
tensing.
Do you want it to stop?
Yeah, do you want us to do it now?
Well, so what's gonna happen to me?
We don't know.
gonna-
It's probably gonna hurt really bad.
Yeah.
But
No,
it'll
I mean,
stop.
like, what's gonna happen to me if you leave it and you don't do this?
Oh, you'll die.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah,
wither
so
away.
what-
But
What are
that'll
the
happen.
options?
It'll probably happen.
You will
later.
eventually die, yes.
Okay.
And
So
also, if you were to bite somebody, they would also.
All
get
I'm
it.
saying is, we just went back into stealth mode. Are we really trying to like get more things to know
You
that
could
we're
always
here?
cover his mouth.
Yeah, we'll see how well that works. You could also just bite my fingers off.
That is true, but he would not have the rot anymore. So, are you brave?
Fucking.
I am
is there
gaslighting you.
like
You're a
is
child.
there like
I don't care what you do.
a thick stick from like a
Marmion
branch
knows
or a
what
tree
gaslighting is.
nearby?
Yes.
Okay.
You're,
Also,
you're in
Bentley,
the woods.
Bentley
Just
will just snap off like a thick twig and like put it between his teeth and like kind of nod at them like. Go
That's
ahead.
the spirit. So when you are applying this poultice, it is very important. You just take a scoop, and then he just slams it down on Bentley's arm. You are immediately racked with a pretty extreme pain. As you can feel, it almost feels like your veins are being pulled to a singular point.
Ew.
And your hand begins to kind of wither for a second before everything pops and the pain stops.
Okay.
Put on a t-shirt.
That was.
Put it on a t-shirt.
As a little writhing mass
Ew.
of organic vine is currently present. Alnamir just goes,
Yo.
What do you
and
get?
just burns it away.
Oh, okay. I was like, what
It is best not to let this die.
Just, would it spread then?
want to eat it.
That is what he
The-
probably ate to get this.
Oh.
So that's very bad.
I mean, it is a fatal disease if not cured.
So it'll kill this Pokemon that I just caught if we don't cure it.
It is possible. The cases are much slower if they are not human.
Okay.
It is your choice.
Let's do it.
Oh yeah. Let's.
There is a
we
dose
got more
right here
We
if
got
you-
more, right? Throw it on
Yeah.
there.
Just hold the bowl down and the wolf just starts licking it. And then he's like, and a little bit of this like kind of rotted fungus kind of starts writhing around on the floor, and Alnamir just snaps his fingers and it bursts into flames.
Is it a lot bigger than Bentley's?
Wow.
Holy shit.
All right, dude. Feel better?
No.
It is very much like not a big deal. It is quite common out here.
Okay.
Oh.
For your first time, I
time
know
for
it is
us.
scary.
Yeah. Good to know.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Cool.
You have many more doses
What,
of this, so don't worry.
Where does this come from?
I don't know. There is some sort of blight out here.
I think it's a tree.
I doubt it. The trees would not survive this, I don't think.
Well, like making it for
Oh,
things
no.
to eat.
It is possible. The big trees are best not to look into. You can investigate them, but literally do not look into them.
Oh, I see the big black
Yes, you will not come back.
hole.
So was this fixing the moon touched of the lichen rock or
This
the
fixed the
the
rot.
rot.
Okay,
the
the
moon
rot.
touched was the Elgiums.
Temporary.
Yeah.
That is a concentration thing. If they maintain concentration for a minute, you become fully moon touched.
Got it. Okay.
CJ, try putting it in the PC now. Maybe the rot stopped it.
Yeah, okay. I'll call it back.
Okay.
Pull out the portable. Oh, yeah.
Opposite.
It could have been that. Good call.
So the PC prevents rot.
Or it could have been the moon touch
It could
too.
have been the moon touch thing, yeah.
It could have been any. It could have been either of them. We don't really know.
Well, but
one
you
of
just-
those
make it-
options.
to make it a
You
little
just said
clearer
it
for
needed
you, the Pokeball and the PC communicate with the last, like, external reading of what the
So
creature
he
is.
caught it as moon
You
touched.
caught it when it was moon touched.
Mm-hmm.
It went away. It
Sure.
was no longer moon touched. The PC registers it as not a Pokemon.
Sure.
You let it back out. The moon touch just run its course. You put it back in. Away it goes.
Cool.
Grazie.
All right, well, I'll bring him
Do
back.
you still
then.
think it was the rot?
Sure. Totally fine.
I was like, oh, it was the rot. Can't do that. Perfect.
Okay.
Cool. Well,
Is
I'm
everybody
gonna.
good to walk quietly now? We
Yeah,
are all-
Yeah.
I mean, I was good to do that the first time. but
Anyone
yeah, let's
else
go.
with mysterious bloodlust they want to get out of the way? We could find you a bear or something.
Solid. I
I
got
mean,
my
the-
own bear.
Okay.
The trees are interesting, but I'm not gonna like look into it.
I recommend you
trust
don't.
you.
If everyone stays close, we can walk until your door opens,
Okay.
or we could walk through the night. I do not care.
But
To cover more ground faster,
would we be tired?
potentially. Depends
Or
on.
can you do your stick?
You spelled it right.
I cannot help you.
We'll
not
go
get
in the
tired.
manor.
Okay.
Totally fine. I am just throwing out options. Okay, follow me. And he will
I hope.
continue to lead you through the woods.
We have to cure Goomy.
It's off to work we go.
Yep, Gumi tonight.
Can you do that though? Because
Yeah.
you used your thing.
No.
He just used
That
another.
was just like a
The
different.
reaction one is different.
Oh, okay.
That one is in the immediate moment that a seed is planting, he can prevent it from being planted.
Nice.
So the more,
Also
the
cool.
more you do things, the more things you can do.
The more you know.
But for the sake of brevity, you guys walk until about 7 o'clock. The door.
Open.
Alnamir will beckon for you all to head inside. Is it your wish that I remain out here?
No.
No.
Come in.
Okay. He's like, I am quite fond of the small orange lizard who cooks things.
Very good, right?
Mm-hmm.
He'll kind of. He just immediately is like, just beelines for the kitchen.
Nice.
I'm going to head in my workshop.
Okay.
I have a thing that I'm gonna try. Are we doing Gumi tonight? Was that the plan?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. Let's take care of that first, and then I'll work through the night.
Okay.
I'm gonna go into my room with new teammate. Do some to everybody.
Take out the lichen rock.
Yeah, because I'm useless for your guys' stuff, so I'm like, I don't.
You're not
Should
useless.
I
Not interested.
wait outside?
I'm over it. I've seen it 3 times. I'm like, I have no part of this. I'm
That's
leaving.
fair. Fair enough.
Okay. So let's set up.
Sounds good. I
Okay.
think I'm just gonna bring Biohazard this time. No Fang. Oh no, wait. We need
We need
Fang.
Fang.
You need? Okay.
Just kidding.
You'll bring Fang.
Should I
You don't
wait
need- you
outside?
He doesn't need to be
just-
as close.
You can boost bullet and then he can leave, right?
What do you mean
No,
outside?
he has to
Has to
stay
be
within a certain feet of bullet.
Gotcha,
Otherwise,
gotcha.
they both like freak
Okay.
out.
Okay. Got it.
Bentley's just gonna walk back to the back part of the manor, having not heard a response.
Okay.
We'll go to the tombs.
The what?
Perfect.
His tombs.
Okay. Well, you guys brainstorm your Goomy strat. Because
Mhm.
we've done this enough times.
Mhm.
hmm
Basically comes down to one roll.
Like
Bentley.
3, but
If we do it
Bentley.
right.
The warm sensation that's been kind of lingering on your shoulder slinks down to the edge of your hand and touches the soft earth in the manor at the base of Dragon's tombstone. As a skeletal, ghostly Magikarp folds its way through the earth,
What the hell?
arising in front of you.
Bentley will like skitter back, like what?
Carp! Fucking sick.
Hey,
Dragon?
Naruto.
Sick. Carp!
Is that really you?
Carp! And it'll excitedly swim between your legs.
And I'll just fall to my knees and give Dragon a hug.
Yeah. There's a rattling of bones.
Bonefish.
How
The
are
money
you
and
okay?
Carp! As it just moves its little skeletal, sort of rotting zombie-like fins. Carp! You should have access to Dragon's character sheet again.
Undertow Jr.
It's Undertow Jr.
Dedicated wham.
So much dedicated wham.
Oh. Zombie fish.
Zombie fish.
Well, that's strange.
That's not right.
No,
Okay,
I know.
we'll figure that out later.
None of my stuff is gonna work because it's like just a saved version.
That's right.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right. Well, Dragon has a new ability. It's quite fun. He's immune to the poison condition. He cannot be frightened or charmed. If damage would reduce him to 0 hit points, he may instead attempt a Constitution saving throw of 10 plus half the damage taken. If you succeed, you drop to 1 instead. If you are critically hit, you immediately fail that save. Every day,
Interesting.
every single day, there is a 5% chance that Dragon returns to life, and a 5% chance that he turns to ash. Every day, both chances increase by 1%.
Oh, that's so brutal.
1 to 5, he turns to ash. 96 to 100, he comes back to life.
That's so brutal. That's so brutal. Just force Bentley to watch his friend die again.
Well, he's come back.
we could give him the ambrosia.
Bonefish.
Oh God.
If he comes back to life, does he remain bonefish?
No.
Ah,
He goes
If
to
he comes back to
Rock.
life, he is fully
I
rejuvenated.
want a Gyarados full of bones.
I'm saying Underdog.
Well, Gyarados is full of bones.
You're not wrong.
Technically, as you say, the anatomy of
the
a Gyarados.
tangible eye roll of. I know what. All right, Dragon. You currently have access to a move called Dragon Claw, and Hidden Power. If you roll a 100 on the D100, you are immediately restored to life. If you roll a 1, you're immediately turned to ash. If he is turned to ash, he's dead forever. No resurrections, no ambrosia, no nothing. If you ambrosia him right now, he will come back.
Sick. Roll
I
it.
will lift that veil for you. If you give him ambrosia, he comes back, sunburst orange dragon, no harm, no foul.
Roll that
Damn, Daniel.
shit.
As the
Roll
flame
that
and
shit.
ash from your sword at your side pools into the ground as you are granted a reward. You kill the moon touched, you get a friend back.
Sort of. So do I need to roll the 100 now?
If you want to. Just has to happen once a day.
Bro, just
Oh,
imagine.
Fucking
Just
96
so.
right now,
I
or
fucking
4.
think
Or
so.
four, yeah.
Nice.
85.
85. No change.
Nothing
Dragon will
happens.
exist for 24 hours.
So then the next one becomes 1 to 10 or 90 to 100.
No, it
it's
increases
not
by
one.
one.
Oh, by 1.
So
Okay.
1 to
sorry.
6, 95 to 100.
Got it.
And then it's just going to continue
Bro.
Okay.
Until it just narrows down to
Until-
it becomes a 50-50.
until something
so
happens.
much pain.
Yep.
That's gnarly.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
As the book in front of you now has some new things that you can do. So to speak, you can convert the ashes of the moon touched into temporary life.
Ooh.
Like a phoenix.
To do what?
Does the book tell me that?
To do that.
No, you just
Okay.
get
But it just
You
did
just get
it
a
to
feeling.
Dragon,
Yeah.
basically. Okay.
Oh, like you could bring it back, or like you
yeah.
get to like control it, and then it goes back to Ash.
pretty much. It's basically what I'm saying is dragons. You kept the lunar corruption away from him long enough. He was just a dead Magikarp that could be brought back with ambrosia. Or if you go out and you do the thing that Helios wants you to do, this is your reward. It's sort of a monkey's paw thing. You want the power to save your friend? I'll give it to you. Dragon's back. Better than ever. Just don't pay attention to the rotting flesh. Totally fine. And then every day there's a chance that
Yeah.
that gift runs out or that it gets granted in the way you want it.
But in the book, his ability to do that to any.
Potentially.
But that's the same application you're saying?
We'll find out.
Oh, okay.
Who knows?
And Bentley doesn't know that. It wasn't like the book communicates
Yeah,
that to him.
yeah.
It just kind of did it with Dragon.
Yep.
Right.
Gnarly.
Bentley's got powers, man. It's not all bad. Not all demons are all bad. Some demons are some good.
Yeah, okay. Then
All
you
right.
meet a pack devil.
I like
Yeah.
demons.
Goomy Squad.
Yeah.
Is it the same plan as always?
Yep.
Wadsworth in position, bullet flying
Roll that
up,
dice.
empowered, probably with ice in some way.
No,
Or do you
he's
wanna
em-
do
he's
some,
empowered with
Fire.
You want to give him fire?
Fire time.
Yep.
BB
Okay.
hype.
BB's hyping.
Yep.
Fang isn't going to be as close, so it's just going to be biohazard that's up in his grill.
Yeah.
Awesome. Goomy Goomerson is ready to return.
Yes.
Now, as you may or may not remember, Goomy had the fewest limbs, second only to maybe Huntail, of the creatures that went to the moon. Goomy's simulacra is very haunting. Goomy is perfectly flat into the ground. Just this sort of swirling puddle of cosmic stars. And as you stare longer and longer into it, you can almost see space itself. There's this little nebula pooling within before it slams shut like this large cosmic clamshell as Goomy arises on these long space-like tendrils. And he's just sort of moving about on the floor. You have a surprise round, Bullet. For the sake of brevity,
Goomy,
Bullet is empowered with fire and hyped,
and then con save for the crutching.
and a con save for the Goomy. So I'm gonna have Phoebe roll a con save for Goomy to determine if he's retching or not.
Okay. So what do you want me to roll? D20?
Just roll a d20.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. You're fine.
Okay.
So Goomy, as this cosmic clamshell reappears, It immediately begins retching, and like little pools of stars are just falling onto the floor of the manor and disappearing. It is at this point that I will ask Bullet to roll your d20. You have advantage because it's retching. You have however many feet you would fly up to do this.
Stench.
If this fails, we're going straight into a combat with no surprise rounds. That's just the way we're going to handle these from now on. Because it's a little easier, a little quicker.
It's a crit, baby.
Crit baby! So go ahead and roll your 80 billion quadrillion damage.
Double it and then double it again.
Double it again, and then Wadsworth will magically keep you alive at 1.
Yep. It's pretty cool.
Because that is how planning
Yeah, we're
works.
so proficient at this now.
That's
Well,
kind of why I'm
rolling
like,
a crit helps.
that's why I'm going to make it a little punchier in the future. You guys, you've proven to me that your strategy works. It really just comes down to does bullet hit.
Right,
So go
right.
ahead and roll.
And stench.
Yeah. Stench is
Stench is
let
helpful.
it never be said that biohazard stench is not the most incredible ability.
I love it.
26, 10.
26 d10.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Here's
If
5.
you're quadrupling your roll because you crit and it's super effective.
So just
Yeah.
roll it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to deny you the chance to roll 26 d10 though.
Let's see. 8, 9, 15, 21.
What have I
Okay,
done?
21.
Okay,
I
21.
got you. I'll
Okay.
keep it 21.
Can you, yeah, okay, 21.
Okay.
Good God.
5, 7, 17, 26.
Okay, so 47.
10, 20, 32, 35.
82.
I'm keeping the math over here.
10, 23.
105.
10, 21, 27. And
132.
Another 18.
So 150.
And then
Nice
pretty much triple
round
it.
number.
So you did 150, doubled is 300, doubled is 600. If it wasn't for Wadsworth, Gumi would be completely eviscerated and just reduced to atoms. But Wadsworth manages to keep the cluster together, at which point, Milo, you leap into action, your arms pop out and rip the corruption from the form.
Get ripped.
What are you doing with it?
I'm gonna hang on to it for now.
Okay.
I've
You just
decided. Yep.
pull it within yourself, neutralizing the danger. Gumi! Welcome back.
It's back.
May you earn a name soon. Because, boy, howdy, have you earned it.
Yeah, for real. Well, first, Gumi had to come back, so.
His
This is
name's
true.
just Born Again Gumi.
A star is born.
I'm going
Star
to.
State
It's Destiny's Child, man.
Yeah,
It always has been.
I'm gonna give him a squishy hug.
Yeah! He's very sticky again.
Yes. And gooey.
Yes.
Fist
Sticky
bump.
and gooey.
Sticky
Good job,
and
buddy.
gooey.
Like those sticky hands.
Well done, team.
As
As the last of the initially moon-touched team is restored to life, you all feel a tangible weight lifted off the manor as the sort of scars of that day begin to heal, finally. You all feel like you can breathe a little easier.
I know this is.
More
We've
potatoes?
got our method, right?
Mhm.
And it's working well when it works,
Mhm.
right? We've had a couple scares. I think that, if we were to be able to get Biohazard and maybe Fang evolved to a point where it wouldn't be like as intense, maybe after we go north, we go to Oriander for a bit and just cure some Tauros.
Down. Yeah, well, as we were trekking through here, I planned on carrying Biohazard and Fang with me.
Okay.
I already kind of had a conversation with Mute that he's going to kind of take a back seat, and I think he's okay with that for a little bit. So, but yeah, those two are going to, I think, with Bullet, and Wadsworth are going to be primo aiding in this.
If you want to,
Mhm.
I do a lot of bird training in the morning, but he hasn't been able to partake much. But maybe if Fang wanted to come with Owl and learn some fire stuff,
That'd be cool.
just
Yeah.
send him in the morning.
I'm down. I'm probably going to end up pulling an all-nighter because I have something for you that I've been kind of mulling over in my head.
Oh,
So come grab me in the morning when you wake up, and we can kind of knock that out.
all right. Thanks.
Of course, buddy.
All right. Milo, for your efforts today, you may now purify 2 creatures per long rest. The hit point threshold rises to 5. If you fail a third time, instead of 30-foot radius, it's 20, so that is starting to shrink. And you now have access. You now have access to the benign transposition effect that is on the sheet.
Okay.
So you may now pull a small or tiny creature as a reaction 15 feet closer to you. It does fail if they are medium or larger, or they don't want to come with you.
Yep.
But you have that now.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
As you pull another mote of possibility into yourself. Feel a little bit lighter. Well done, team. Gumi, I'll get your character sheet fixed up in between sessions.
Okay.
Right now, it would be 40 minutes of me just typing.
Right.
So to keep things moving.
Bye.
Bentley, as Dragon rejoins you, and Gumi rejoins Phoebe.
Woo-oo.
D, you're headed off to do some things.
Mm-hmm.
Milo, you feel this surge of power within you. CJ, what are you up to, buddy?
I'm in my room.
In your room? You hanging out with your new Lycanroc pal?
I'm
Yeah.
in my room, new friend.
Okay.
Just looking at him, see what he looks like.
Yeah.
What color is he?
It is all black, and where the rocks would normally be, that sort of like dark brown, it's this beautiful like emerald green.
Cool.
And it's just sitting there.
Sexual.
It's just sitting in front of you like a big like Labrador dog, like legs all splayed out, just.
Nice. Love that.
Now that the rot's gone, it seems to be breathing a little easier. It's not as in pain, shall we say.
Cool. Glad you're feeling better. Gonna introduce him to everyone else.
Okay.
We got another dog-like beast on the team, fam.
Growl immediately tackles them and they start wrestling.
Let's go.
And then barks like and just dog piles on.
Oh, dog pile.
Cool,
dog
cool,
pile.
cool.
I meant 2
Literal
dog-like.
dog pile.
Team wrestling, and we're all going to wrestle.
Very good.
Cuddle wrestle.
Everyone begins
Big,
wrestling.
big old wrestle puddle.
Probably until we all fall asleep on top of each other.
Okay. CJ,
Very cute.
while you're
Very wholesome.
wrestling with your squad. Hold on, I got it. Give me a second. Give me a second. Everybody chill. Everybody just
Hold.
Everybody stop for a second. Just give me a second. Let me do it.
It's too long.
Give me no.
Took too
Stop.
long. It's done.
Everyone just chill. Everyone just wait 10
Feeling
seconds.
comfy.
He's here.
As you're wrestling with the squad, you hear
There he is.
as your door slowly creaks shut.
A lot of
You
dog
see
hijinks happening
You see
in here.
Wimpimble walking in with a large mason jar and a straw.
There he is. What are you sipping on?
CJ, you remember when you saw Shirley?
Oh yeah, he got some of the juice.
As he's just
You got
Oh my
some of the
gosh.
juice?
I got the juice.
What? I
got the
mean,
juice.
What better way to introduce somebody new to the team?
He'll imagine a long bar and slide it your way.
Let's go.
Amazing.
Yeah, definitely gonna drink some of that and then offer it to all of my other Pokemon.
Yeah. As they all begin just slurping this fermented berry juice.
Let's go.
Wimpimble just goes, snaps, and there's a full keg of it.
What?
Now that I've tasted it,
Let's go.
I can make more.
I didn't even think about that.
As you hear this like slow, low warbling, as Shirley slurks into the room and is like,
She's here. Let's go.
slithers over and just like kind of like gets on top of the whole keg and just starts pouring these little coconut jugs.
Nudes of the hour. Welcome.
The party has begun.
As Wimpimble is just like, another heist completed. As Shirley's like, you just asked for juice. You didn't steal anything. And he's like, I stole the rights to the juice.
Oh my god.
Absolutely fantastic.
But as Wimpimble's like, you look stressed. Why don't you lean back and relax?
That is happening.
After a little bit, Shirley will sneak casually out of your room and return to Phoebe's. But as Wimpimble just chills, a little sax band starts playing. A couple snaps. I'm not gonna be able to sync that up. That's impossible. But all of this to say, who else would like to handle anything tonight? Otherwise, we're gonna jump into D's crafting.
That's all.
Oh.
Just my crafting.
I'm gonna ask if possible, while my team is training again, in my room, if I am able to mentally ask for mana and see if she appears.
You are.
Okay.
As in the midst of a juice frenzy, Mana's like,
I don't like this juice. It's too bitter. Hi,
Hello.
I felt like you wanted to talk,
Kinda, sorta.
but not to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
is it your intent to reach out?
Yep.
Okay. There's a brief glitch in the world as Mana fractures a little hole in reality, and you can just see through this little tear. Greetings, Aladi.
Hey.
I trust things are going well. You look strong.
Thanks. Yeah, we did the gym and trained and that stuff.
Excellent.
But I wouldn't be surprised if you already knew, but one of the people traveling with us has possessed a book made of skin and has gotten a fire sword and has gotten a little crazy, and he turned into a demon named Helios, and I'm concerned that this is gonna be an issue.
Helios was banished long ago. I'm not surprised he found someone in need. He is the antithesis to the being that approaches.
Okay.
He was banished long before my time.
So do you are we like am I okay with having that around?
I imagine it will be unnerving, but Helios was always one seeking praise and worship. He misses it. He used to be very important.
Okay. Well, see, I've been trying to help all our moon touched friends and things, and that's been going actually like really well.
I'm glad to hear.
And he seems determined to just kill them instead.
That does sound like Helios. To a hammer, everything is a nail.
Okay.
To a fire, all is kindling.
All right. Well, cool. Just wanted to see if that was a spooky thing that should try to take care of sooner rather than later.
I would not let it concern you unless it puts you in danger.
Okay.
Helios is many things, but a murderer he is not. He will threaten. He will do many things. But in the end, he needs whoever is hosting him more than they need him.
All right.
I would just be mindful he's impulsive.
Is there a way to get rid of him?
Usually there is some token he will present.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing obvious.
Okay. Like the book made of skin, or is that too obvious?
That would be a bit obvious, yes.
Okay.
It will be something he will never show you.
Okay. Interesting. Cool. Well, that's it.
I'm glad to hear things are well.
Yep, other than that, it's been surprisingly positive.
This is good to hear. I can feel you getting closer. Though I do not know by how much.
Okay. Cool, thanks. That was it.
Be well, Aladi.
Thank you.
As reality snaps back together and gravity goes all crazy. Mana's just sort of floating in front of you.
That was neat.
Yeah, do you want a cupcake?
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll go.
And her little eyes kind of shoot open, and they're just little dots.
We'll go to the rest of the group and get a cupcake. We'll
Wow.
we'll say training's done for now, and
All right.
She just kind
eat
of
some
like
cupcakes.
hovers over there. It's the most awake you've ever seen Mana, and it's at the mention of cupcakes.
Oh.
She's been hanging out with CJ a lot. Food motivates everyone. And berry juice motivates the rest. By the way, CJ, you're feeling great. You're feeling very bubbly.
Fuck yeah, I do.
You got a good buzz going.
This is good stuff. I don't know if it's a different batch, but this batch doesn't taste as bad as the other one.
No, Shirley is perfecting the recipe every night.
She is. She is doing great.
She's been hard at work.
She's doing God's work.
She's doing somebody's work. All right. As you turn in for some cupcakes, there's the sound of hammers?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What are we crafting, sir? What's on the agenda?
I am going to pull out the amberite.
Okay.
And now that I know how the forge is set up, replacing mortar crash with like buckets of water, actual like heat and stuff like that, where they should.
Mechanisms.
Yeah.
Actual heat? Rude.
Hey man.
Not that fake heat I was getting from mortar.
Yeah, not that fake.
Extra hot heat?
Yeah. So
Okay.
doing all that.
Sure.
And I am going to be making an amberite walk for Arjan.
I'll stir fry you in my wok. All right.
Mike D, the
Yeah.
Cyndaquil.
Mike D, the Quilava. All right. Give to me strength or dexterity.
Dexterity.
Give me a good roll, and by that I mean above a 10 to get us started.
Bro, that went on a journey, but that's a 6. Wait, would I have help with Neek?
I'll allow it.
Same fucking roll.
Okay. As you begin the process of heat, begin to realize your initial guess of actual heat is a few thousand degrees too cold. As you've got like a flamethrower device heating up this large furnace.
Mm-hmm.
The Woods family forge burns really, 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 really hot.
Yeah.
A couple thousand degrees Celsius. Enough to boil steel. Make it very malleable.
I think
To make an
steel
alloy out of
boils
amberite.
at this temperature.
So you're not able to get the heat particularly strong. As Neek is there, he's like,
Don't worry, buddy. I got you. Any minute now, it's gonna get even hotter.
as he's like holding onto a lever that's like, it's basically just a bellows to get hotter. He's like,
I got this.
You're doing good, buddy.
Hold on. No problem. And he's like, if I just grab the floor and I can just, I'm a few feet up. That's not gonna work. Okay.
It's just hanging from the lever.
yeah, he's just hanging out there with one hand.
I got it,
Like
don't worry.
desperately reaching for the ground.
Don't help me. I'll be fine over here.
Yeah, I'll just give Bang out at that point to
Okay.
assist with it.
Fang pops up, he's like,
What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we
Need
doing?
heat. A lot of heat.
and Fang's just barking. Neek's like,
If you could just, if I could just grab the floor, or if you could shoot fire into there, that would be great.
like a little ember goes out.
Yeah.
Gets a little hotter as Neek goes,
Oh, it's working.
I'm just like, keep going.
All right, I'm getting lower.
all right, give me one more shot.
Yeah. Advantage or no?
Sure. Neek's still helping. Fang's helping.
Because you need it.
Dude.
Oh my god.
It's an 8.
An 8.
Yeah.
Tonight is just not
You
your
wish
night,
you
my
had
guy.
mortar, bro.
Not.
It's
Wish.
because you trash talk Crash and Mortar.
I
Crash
did.
and mortar?
I
How
did.
dare you?
The boys? All right.
Boys, we're running this thing.
As the heat's not quite able to get there, you realize you're going to have to change up tactics. It's at this point I'll let you throw another intelligence roll. We'll see if you can just get a different schematic that won't need as much heat.
Okay.
And we'll hit it with fresh eyes on another day.
That's 19.
There you go. Okay. You revise the design a bit as you're like, okay, maybe I do need more. Okay, well, maybe I just need a stronger fire type than Fang. As Fang's like, I will make fire.
Yeah. As he's just shooting embers.
Yeah.
That's fair.
You gather you need a more sustained stream of flames rather than just a few quick hits.
Okay.
But you're getting there. You're figuring these things out as you're trying to perfect the forge.
Then with that, I'll just work on the schematics and the design of the said walk.
Very good. Okay. I will allow that. You don't necessarily have to stay up all night to do schematics.
Okay.
I'll say your failure comes about 4 hours into the night as you're like, okay, this just isn't gonna happen tonight.
That's fair.
We gotta hit this fresh.
Yeah.
Okay. Morning time arises. Alnamir still is in the kitchen with Ruby, just eating food. As she's like trying to figure out his palate, he seems to like very very sour food.
I couldn't imagine
Interesting.
all Namir having like French toast or something.
Oh no, it is all a meat-based
What?
diet, which
What is
Ruby's
this
like a little
magic
unfamiliar with.
bread?
Yeah.
So-
Anybody have anything they want to handle in the early morning hours? Or are we back on the road?
Just what we talked about, but super minor.
Okay.
Yeah.
It can
Focus
happen.
on training the my Boyd and Fang with
Okay.
Milo.
Perfect. I'll say they attend your morning lessons. Doubloon gathers on now that he's extra fast from his encounter with the feather.
Does this qualify as a new day for Dragon?
This does qualify as a new day for Dragon. You may roll it now if you wish, or you can wait till tonight. You could have him for a whole day. Or you can get the roll out of the way.
Kill him in the morning.
Get it out of the way. Do
All right.
it.
Ooh.
25?
25. We're
Nothing
good.
happens. Dragon remains.
So we're up.
Did Mana stay over
clicks.
at your place, or did she come back?
I don't know. What would you do?
I don't know. Probably just fall asleep.
Okay.
She'll kind of like awaken and be like,
I'm hungry.
and just like walk into the kitchen. We're still with like a little bit of cupcake frosting on her little face.
Nice.
She's like, hi, Ruby, I want some pancakes.
More sweets.
Yes. I don't like anything else. Only
No.
sweet.
Oh, no savory.
No.
All right.
No. None of that. None of that nonsense. No bacon, no coffee, just sweets.
Listen out.
Maybe. As Alnamir's like, I will have all of the savory and all of the sour. He likes strong food. His human
Ooh.
palate is not as developed as his leopard palate.
You can start like the Warhead or Sour Patch, and then give the rest to Mana.
And
Yeah.
she's like, oh!
Ruby, I need my hangover food.
She's like, you're 12.
Give me chalupas from Taco Bell.
Black coffee.
No, you're
Drink this.
silly.
Drink this.
You know it's cheeseburger pancakes.
Drink it.
Ew.
She's like, those are on the griddle.
disgusting.
Drink this.
Okay.
You look terrible.
Okay.
As your whole team comes in, they're like,
Okay.
and you see Shirley, just the grizzled vet over in the corner, leaning on like a little kitchen bar, just drinking coffee and just like,
My aching noodles.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Are we all in the kitchen? Is everyone
Yeah.
Like to
waking
be?
up?
All together in the kitchen
seems
at
fair.
that point.
Bentley's
I
still
like
gonna
your
be in his
breakfast.
bedroom sleeping.
okay.
I'd like a scramble. Thank you.
Well,
Scrambled togepi. Just kidding. It's just eggs.
Oh.
Oh,
fake
God.
eggs.
Okay.
Gumi was a success last night, CJ.
Yay.
So we
Yes.
have the ambrosia for Dragon.
Let's go.
Gumi's back.
Hey! As
Let's
Gumi's just in the
go.
kitchen, just going,
Let's
just
ring the
eating
bell.
full jugs of
That's
ingredients.
sick.
So yeah, we got it
Heck
left
yeah.
over. We can bring Dragon back, and everyone made it.
That looked
Yay.
great.
Heck yeah.
That's killer. That's killer. That's
Nailed it.
killer.
Gooms.
Yes. Gooms.
Just thought you all
Yes.
should know.
Fair enough.
Goom.
Question
in the
for
dungeon.
the two lads. Tomorrow night, mind if I borrow Growl and Howl?
What?
Can I borrow Growl and Howl for a special gift for somebody here? I need a lot of heat for my forge.
Okay.
I just want to ask beforehand
That's
so
fine.
that way we can kind of plan it. I can plan it out better.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's fine.
Appreciate you.
Hey, where were you last night?
Well, I didn't like the juice.
Right. I
And
remember
then
that.
I went and I got a cupcake.
Where'd you get a cupcake?
We
Milo
had cupcakes in our room. Yeah, we
You
were just celebrating.
cupcakes?
I
Yeah.
could smell the cupcakes, so I went over there.
Oh,
And he was nice enough and gave me a cupcake.
that's cool.
So I ate it.
You didn't want to see if I wanted a cupcake?
You were,
I could hear the party going on. I knew you guys were good.
Well,
you
I
were
mean,
s-
we could always use cupcakes.
Oh
we didn't
my
have
God.
cupcakes. at
Yeah,
our
but you
party.
could go cupcakes and eat whatever you want. So I figured you were already eating exactly what you wanted.
We weren't eating anything.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, no, it sounded like a raucous event in there. So
You didn't want to hang out?
Party.
no, we were having our own thing.
Cupcake party.
Yep,
Different kinds of parties.
yep.
Fair enough. Cupcake parties are good too.
At this point, Bentley will just groggily walk into the kitchen with a zombie dragon swimming around his legs.
Okay. Zombie dragon comes swimming in. Cupcar! Cupcar!
You guys are seeing that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm
I'm
just-
gonna rub my eyes.
D gets up with his plate and walks and imagines a door and goes into his room.
Okay.
I'm just gonna ask right out of the gate.
No.
I'm assuming you can't tell us about this.
I mean,
Cupcar!
Dragon's back.
Is that right?
Sure.
Still looks kind of dead.
Yeah.
As one eye just kind of.
Oh.
Cupcar!
Yeah, right.
Bentley will
There's
just like
some-
lightly like pop the eye back in.
Something's going on there.
Well,
Cupcar!
we fixed Goomy, so you can
Fucking
here you
zombie
go.
Pokemon.
Can fix Dragon now.
Well, he's fixed. He's all right.
Cupcar!
Is he though?
That's not. He didn't look like he.
Yeah.
Nah, dude,
The
he's
jaw
not
kind of.
fixed.
That's
I know
not-
he's been around for a little while, but I'm pretty sure he didn't look like that.
He's not fixed.
I mean,
Definitely.
he's back.
Well, he's
Yeah.
dead, but he's moving.
Yeah,
That is-
I guess.
Okay, all right.
That is
hold
a
on.
good bit of necromancy right there.
Hey,
That's what that is for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
you two and D left, so
What's up?
we would outvote him anyway. We're okay with experimenting and giving Dragon this ambrosia to hopefully fix him.
I'm not.
We're good with that.
I don't care what we do with the last one. I used one, so whatever we want to do.
But
with
you're
it.
okay with
yeah,
it
absolutely,
if we did. Okay,
absolutely.
you're cool
Whatever.
with
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Let's do it.
No,
Why not?
because we need it for one of us. What if CJ dies? What if Phoebe dies? What if you die?
Oh, yeah, like what if you run in the woods by yourself and die from just throwing yourself in danger? Fair point.
Bentley's just gonna turn around and walk back to his room.
Why'd you have to be so snarky?
Do you not agree with that?
No, I mean you both have valid points. Like he shouldn't have done what he did, but like I think it's a fair point to say we should probably save it for a human.
Yeah, I agree. With what he's doing, that's probably the right call.
Okay, why are you still being snarky about it?
I'm just saying it. What do you want me to do?
You're just being very sarcastic.
Okay.
Even still, I just don't understand why that's necessary. Like, just say what you want to say. We're all friends.
I just did.
I mean,
I'm just
true. He did just say it.
all right.
I mean, oh, could have said it nicer, maybe.
It doesn't matter.
I guess there's not really a nice way to say that. I don't know.
I mean, do you guys not agree? Would you not have said the same thing?
Yeah, he shouldn't have run off like that.
I already told him not to.
Oh, okay.
We already did that.
And then he did it again.
Right.
Well, he's got the
Okay.
demon problem.
Neat. See you guys.
Aldemir just stands up with his coffee. I will wait by the door for whoever wants to walk today. I will be out there.
Yeah, I'll come walk.
we gonna do that. We gonna do that.
We will
I need to think.
maybe just head down, move fast today.
Yeah.
Probably good. You all clearly have some baggage to unpack.
Yeah.
After I'm done eating, I'll make my way towards the door.
Okay.
Bentley, you're gonna come outside? You gonna stay in the manor today?
I think I'll just stay here, CJ. Thanks.
Is there any particular reason?
I mean, it just seems like nobody wants me around, so
Well-
I feel like it's better if I just stay here.
I probably agree that it's better that you stay here if you feel like you're just gonna go on a rampage again. You think you can control yourself?
CJ, I don't know if I can when it comes to Moon Touched. I can't explain it. And you know why.
Okay, well, let me take a guess, because we were killing the Moon Touch rock things, right? And when I was blowing them up with my gun, their ashes were then going into the sword that you were holding.
Right. It's supposed to help me kill Moon Touched.
Right. But you can't talk about why you're killing the Moon Touched.
Yeah.
But it obviously has something to do with the demon, because the demon gave you the sword.
Well, you already know that this Helios thing is helping me to kill Moontouched.
Right.
And that's its goal.
Right, so it's controlling you and making you kill Moontouched.
And like Bentley will get like really uneasy. Like, I don't want to give too much of the game away because I don't want this demon to attack CJ.
Yeah.
All right. You don't have to say it.
Right.
We can just both understand that that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't.
Can I just ask if it's you when you're not in control, or is it like fully controlling you?
I don't really know.
All right.
I'm super confused. Like, I keep having these thoughts, and this book is supposedly giving me powers, and then Lord Ridgemont is giving me powers and saying I always had powers and I should have been able to save my friends and I didn't, and it's my fault.
Yeah, but he's a dick, so...
Well, regardless, like, what if he's right? What if I always had the capability to save Klaus and I couldn't do it?
I don't know that you can really put too much on that. Everybody's capable of doing something, but sometimes things are out of our hands.
I'm glad that you understand that, CJ, but it's pretty clear that Dee and Milo don't want anything to do with me right now.
Yeah, well, Dee's got his own shit going on, and Milo also very clearly has his own shit going on. So...
I wish that they were more understanding, you know? Like, they've got their stuff. Now I've got this book thing, and it's freaking me out, and I feel like I'm in a situation that it's like spiraling downhill, and I can't stop it.
I will say this. I would probably be more freaked out if I didn't deal with all the ghost shit.
Right, but like, when you went through that, we went through it together.
You're not wrong.
Like, bad things happened, yes, but you met Dez, and Dez is great. Like, good things happened and bad things happened, and for me, it's like, I'm having trouble controlling these urges.
All right, well, then we need to start looking for a way out.
Okay.
Because if you're losing full control, then it's not a good situation. Because maybe that thing is just going to take your body.
Again, just super uneasy, like, you're towing the line. It's gonna come back and be mad.
So maybe start looking for a possible out. I don't know what that looks like. I have no idea how you say, "Be gone, demon." Maybe that's it.
Yeah,
maybe that's all you have to say.
Maybe
Be gone,
that
fuck.
Maybe that is all I have to do.
So I don't know, man, but probably is for the best that you stay in here, since there are no Moontouched in here anymore.
Go with them. Go. Do it. There may be more prey,
Stop. Shut up.
more reward.
Shut up.
Yeah. All right.
Whispers of the grave.
No, not you.
All right.
CJ, I'm not talking. Be quiet.
I get it.
Go with them.
Stop.
Can I
If you
help
stay
you
in here, I'll be
in
with
any
you.
way?
You go with them, you will have a moment's peace.
All right.
All right.
This is my deal to you.
Good luck.
No, I'll go with you. I don't want to be alone.
I don't know if that's a good idea now.
I don't either.
You're kind of freaking me out.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just I'm having these thoughts again.
Right, but then last time you lost control around the Moontouch stuff. So if there's Moontouch stuff out there, you're probably going to do that again.
Everything on the walls in Bentley's room begins kind of like shaking and shuddering.
Are you doing this?
And then the door just slams open
Oh, shit.
and there's nothing there.
What do you
As
mean?
everybody in the foyer, you just see Bentley's door swing inwards and kind of slam into the inside of the door. And then everything goes still.
What do you mean by there's nothing there? Like I don't see into the foyer?
Oh, there's things there, but nothing
Okay,
that like
I see.
kicked the
Right,
door
right,
open.
right. It just flew open on its own.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little paranormal activity.
I'm gonna go. I think it might be smart for you to stay here and figure all this shit out. But, you know, I can't control
CJ,
you.
when you were having the like ghost stuff, did you hear like voices in your head?
I wouldn't say like in my head.
Okay.
It wasn't like something was talking to me. Most of the time, I would kind of go into the tombstone and initiate conversations with other things.
Okay, but like, you did have a way to communicate with, I guess, your thoughts, kind of?
Sure.
Okay. Feel like it might kind of be the same thing that's happening to me.
I never turned into a demon though, did I?
No, but I'm trying to make sense of this because I don't know what's going on.
I don't think there's sense to make of it other than there's a demon in you. And we gotta start trying to get it out. Probably. Is my guess. As long as it doesn't kill you.
Okay, well, when you leave...
Maybe read more of your book. Maybe there's answers there.
Go find Horace.
Maybe.
He'll know what to do.
All right.
He's in the church.
Finger guns and I'm out.
And so are you.
I'm gonna walk out.
Find the church, Bentley. Find it. Find it. Don't hide for power, Bentley. Don't be afraid. Don't let them intimidate you. Go.
And I'll go to my door of my room and close it and lock it.
Okay. Give me a strength saving throw.
11.
Okay. You go to close the door. Doesn't budge. Go. Use your power. Or I can leave. Is that what you want? You want me gone? Me and all my gifts? Everything I've given to you? Dragon? Too bad you didn't give him the ambrosia. If I go, he goes.
Just leave me alone.
I will. Just go to the church.
Fine.
There's something you need to see.
Actually, CJ, I'm gonna go with you guys. There's more I have to do, but like if I lose control, just
You'll be fine.
just try my best to.
I'm
stop.
only ever at your side, never in your hands. Everything you do is your choice. Now go on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just bring up the rear.
I'm gonna... do I have your permission to stop you if you
Yeah.
get out of control again?
Yeah, I mean it's still me.
All right.
He can try.
All right. I'll turn and go look for everybody else.
Okay. Everybody's pretty much gathering at the door.
Yeah, we're watching this.
Yeah, we literally watched
right
everything.
As Bentley takes his first, cautious step out of his door, it slams shut behind him and locks.
Is the manor door open?
Yeah.
Yeah, I walk out.
Okay.
I'll take my chances with the wolves.
Oh, I didn't watch it. I walked out after Almanier, right away.
Okay. Alamir's just sort of sat outside examining a bit of chicken scratch tracks, similar to what D has been loosely following and what Bentley was following initially.
Okay.
We will move quickly today. Heads down. There is nothing nearby that I can tell.
Okay.
Would we move faster with just us and no companions out?
I would recommend it, yes.
Okay.
The less things are out, the less scent will travel beyond.
Fair enough,
Good.
fair enough.
Aldemir,
Yes.
do you know about a church out in the woods?
I do, yes.
Can we go there?
It is on the way.
How did you find out about the church?
I imagine something told him.
It's
And
just-
it wants us to go there? And
is-
we're okay with going there?
Well, I was.
The church is to a deity you will be familiar with. The precursor, the one above all. If there is anywhere that could banish a demon, it would be my best guess.
But it wants him to go there, so I would think the opposite.
What's the precursor?
I don't know.
It is the
You
god
said-
above gods.
You said you were familiar with it.
I mean, I gave that list, we spoke about it, and there was like a precursor god of gods, whatever.
Yeah,
but
he was at the top of that list.
The man in
I
red
don't-
that you spoke with in a magic box, he told you about it as well.
Look, you
So,
guys don't have to
I
go
don't know
with me,
more
but
than that.
I feel like I have to go there.
But if it wants you to go, why do you want to go?
I don't want to, I just feel like I need to.
It is okay.
You don't have to go. It's clear that you don't really want me around. You don't want me putting people in danger, so just do your own thing. I'll go to the church. I'll try and figure it out myself.
Isn't that where you were wanting to go?
Originally.
What's
So
at the
now
church?
because of this, we're like, nah, let's not go to the church. What if these are the same?
I'm not saying
If they're-
no, let's not go to the church, but I'm a little apprehensive of him just being now all of a sudden strong.
You were just there with me. Something was talking to him.
Absolutely.
And all of a sudden he wants to go to the church out of the blue. Seems like he told him to go to the church.
100%. But I don't disagree with you there. Like
Okay.
this thing is definitely telling him to go to the church, but like, what does that mean?
Why does it want to go to the church?
I don't know. Why did we want to go to the church?
to stop these little bone crawler things from coming into Green Gate and taking and killing everybody.
They're from the church.
That's what the note said.
Oh, on one of them that you took off.
Maybe
And that's what
they're the
Boyd led us to.
same thing. Maybe they want the same thing. I don't know.
Boyd sent a party out here to go look at stuff.
Mm.
And then came back and was like, they're there, but they couldn't deal with it at the time.
Okay.
If it's on the way and we're in the bubble of stealth and we walk by and there's like a bunch of those things and wolves and whatnot, we're not going in there. And we will stop you.
I already told him that.
Just feel like I have to go there.
He's
is
already
fine.
telling us he's going to resist us when we try.
Is that what I said, Milo?
You just said you're going to try to go in there. You said, I feel like I have to go
I
in
said,
there.
yeah, I feel like I need to. I didn't say that I'm going to resist you if you try and stop me.
I think regardless, not a bad idea to walk by the church. If he does his thing, he's going to do his thing and we're going to do our thing. If we have to try and control him, we have to try and control him. I think either way, we were planning to go to this church. Might as well go see what it's all about. Do you really think that the four of us can't knock out Bentley?
If he
I feel
turns
like I could
into
do it
that
myself.
demon,
Yeah,
no.
sure. But if the demon can come out at any time. It could just come out and
True.
kill us all at any time. So, like,
So just have me go by myself.
no,
I don't advise that either.
it's a bad idea.
Well, if you're not going to help me, then what's the option? You just lock me in a room forever? Is that what you guys want?
No,
I don't like this either. I'm trying to figure it out. But like, if I don't have your help, I'm alone. And that's fine. I can try myself, but I just don't know what to do.
Do you want me to leave
Yes.
the stone in the top of your hat? Throw it away.
Bentley
Leave
will...
the sword in the book. You'll never hear from me again. And I will take everything you've given me and leave you in peace. If that's what you want. Leave the stone behind.
Why do you want me to go to the church?
I just think there's something there you should see.
Yeah, but why?
Oh, come now. Told you enough. Do it or don't. I don't care. If you don't want my help, you don't want my gifts, leave them here for someone else. You'll never hear from dear old Helios again. Make your choice. Do it now.
I'm not going to listen to you anymore.
Then leave the stone behind.
No, someone else can't get this.
Darling, they will when you're dead. You have two choices. Leave willingly, or I'll turn you into a little puddle. Clearly you don't want me here. You're afraid of everything you've got. Your friends are turning away from you. This is why I didn't want you to tell them. It's so much easier to lie when people don't know what you're lying about. Everyone gets so suspicious. Mortals are so fickle. So go on. Hand over the stone. Leave the sword. Leave the book. Leave all that youthful vitality along with it.
I won't let you hurt anything else.
Oh, don't worry. Have I hurt you? Not yet. Leave it all behind. Go ahead, Bentley. I'll find someone stronger. Someone willing to listen.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Then make your choice. 3, 2, 1.
Bentley will just start running for where he feels a pull of the church.
Fuck.
Okay. The heartstone will tumble from your hat. The sword begins to get heavier and heavier as
Do
your
I-
pack turns into a stony weight,
Oh, God.
dropping you to your knees.
Do I feel the stone fall out?
Oh, yeah.
Can I try and grab for it?
Absolutely. In a similar pull to CJ with the tombstone, as you pick it up, it feels like nothing. The stats that you raised to 20 drop to 10. The stats that you sacrificed to make the others go to 20 remain what they are now. As the book disappears from your pack and the sword evaporates, and the stone along with it, you are no longer possessed by Helios.
What just happened?
I don't know, but I think it's gone.
What do you mean?
I'll just dump out the contents of my pack, and the book won't be in it.
Yeah. And you all see that same scarred demonic visage. One last thing. Plucks the top of Bentley's skin and pulls off a fleshy mask that looks like Bentley's face, revealing beneath a very pale, gaunt, and thin Bentley that is otherwise not demonic looking. Just looks very malnourished. You won't be needing this anymore.
Bro, what?
He just tucks it into his coat.
The hell?
It's been a pleasure knowing all of you. I'm sure we'll meet again.
Truly hope not.
Where are you gonna go?
I'm going to find somebody who's not afraid of the powers I offer. I'll be taking Dragon with me. You had your chance.
What?
As the sort of zombie-like dragon ball fades to ash. Goodbye, friends, children, all Namir. See you soon. As the demonic wings bear him aloft, and he flies directly into sunlight. That's what we're going to call it this week. Unwilling to give in to his dark impulses, Bentley is now free of Helios' influence. But at what cost to the world at large, and where will it go next? If you enjoyed this episode of Boarding Party, please consider leaving a like on the video to show your support. If you'd like to see more of the Tots and stay up to date on the Laris region, why not subscribe to the channel? If you'd like to help us out in other ways, you can follow the links in this video's description box to the Patreon. From there, you can join the discussions in our Discord server, or check out the post show Still Rolling and get a recap of every session with myself and the crew. Let us know in the comments below what you thought about today's events, and if you think the group will ever be the same again. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you next week as the gang experiences the real forests of the North.